Those in darkness once lay dormant, now return.
Okay. Oops. Oh no, I haven't seen this.
We who came before rise again.
Again. Okay.
Behold
New city?
the first edict.
Yeah, dude. Origins of Divinity. What? New endgame quest. What? What is this? 30 new endgame areas. Whoa, whoa, okay, okay. Calm down, mate. Let's go back. What is this? Like a train track or some shit. Cool. New boss? Lobster? Lightning lobster? What is this? Is that ice shards? New arbiter pinnacle boss. Okay. Oh, it's the angel. Don't show too much. Rite of the Nameless. New ritual? Or is this new? Not ritual. Breach. Yeah, ritual. Ritual reworked. Portals proliferation. Monsters sacrificed at ritual altars grant increased tribute. Okay. Reroll favors at ritual altars has no cost the first time. So you have the mods on the node themselves? Ooh, new ritual pinnacle boss. That's good. The old one was shit. Making the dreamer. Okay. What's that? Genesis tree crafting. What is that? Breach reworked. Okay.
We become one.
New breach boss. The hare and the raven. I guess this will be Delirium? Oh no, Wisp. Oh no, it's Delirium. Okay.
You are completely alone.
What is he fighting here? Oh, what? Nice. They put a fucking pinnacle on this as well. Nice. No more 30 fucking waves or 15 waves. Nice. I like this. What's that? Runes of Alder. Oh no, wait, that's Expedition? Remnant encounters. Is new. Oh, current skills. Yo! These are just nades? What was that? What the fuck? They exploded 5 times. No. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times. What? Yo, imagine that with the ice. Yo. The ice gen? That looks fucking cool. What is that? Lightning. Yeah, it looks like lightning. That looks legit. good. What's the rework? Explore the ocean. What? We build a boat? Okay, so the spider is the expedition boss. Yeah, expedition boss. New endgame quests. Masters of the Atlas.
Like it's your last.
What is this? Hilda's hunting.
Continue the search.
Atlas classes. What?
See what you can find.
Valve Temple is core. Atlas Abysses. Oh! Look at this. Wait, what the fuck? How is this gonna work? So you just find these air. Hmm. I mean, it looks cool on the map, but 15 new bosses and pinnacles.
Now see how your story ends.
Reanimate combo. What the? Oh, okay. Now this looks way better. Yo. Not really seeing directly what this is Wisp. I remember. Well, if it's still the same. You can have all of it? No, not all. Almost all. They... Okay. Whoa, hold on. No, hold on. He forges any armor to grant runic wards. Rune forging. Wait, what? Oh, it's a new stat type of thing. New crafting system. New Huntress? What the fuck? Yo. That's the boss! What? It's some... Wait. No way, she's running around with a fucking boss. Martial artist. New uniques? Wait, I wanna... Wait, what? Is it just like channeling? Yeah, it looks like it's channeling. That looks like a shield. And much more.
To face us is to face oblivion.
Holy fucking shit. Alright, let's see.
Hi, I'm Jonathan Rogers, Game Director on Path of Exile
Hello,
2,
Jonathan.
and welcome to GGG Live.
Thank you.
We have a huge amount of stuff to share today, so it's going to be a good one. Twitch drops are enabled on today's live stream, so you'll be able to claim the Red Queen's font hideout decoration by following the instructions below. Okay.
Yeah, if
so with that
only
out
it
of the way,
wasn't like
time to roll the trailer for Path of Exile 2.
fucking
Return of
late
the
as
Ancients.
fuck for me. I could have gotten that one, but no, I had to work.
Those
God damn it!
in darkness
Is it the thing again? The trailer? No.
once lay dormant.
Wait, let's see.
Those in darkness who once lay dormant now return.
Yeah, it's the same.
Dict.
We become one.
Oh my god, I can't fucking wait, bro. This is gonna be so good. I don't know what this is. Atlas classes, Cloud Temple, and Core. Does this mean that there'll be an Abyss version?
Now see how your story
New economy.
So as you can see, there's just so much going on in Return of the Ancients, it's hard for even us to keep track of it all.
Right?
Now, we promised that this one was going to revamp the
Crafting runes. 100 plus new crafting runes. 17 plus new Kalguran skills. Explore the uncharted seas. So we're not getting swords then, huh? Or duelist. Build planner, what? Okay. I like
game,
that.
and I'm very excited to talk about it. But
Homie.
Oh, bro! I just watched the fucking trailer. Holy fuck! Holy fuck! Yo!
Yourself in, man. Fuck you now.
Just started the live stream so you can join. Yeah, so no duelist. Spirit Walker looks fucking insane. That dude was running around with the bell boss. Did you see that?
Aye, that mate, there's a lot. There's a lot, man. There's a lot.
And then martial
lot.
artists, channeling, fighting while channeling.
first,
That
we've
looks
got to
really
talk about
interesting, man.
Which one are you gonna try?
Hey, I don't know, man. I've got two builds in mind I want to try, and it's none of them's a spirit walker or the martial artist. Like,
Yeah. Ah, you're looking at these then. Called Gurren skills.
looking at the league content as in a whole, and I kind of ken what build I want to do, but there is like. You'll see a couple. Well, just I'll point to it when you get to it. All right.
Alright.
Like,
This looks fucking great, man. Holy shit.
you know what that is, aye?
Yeah, it's the new Arbiter.
the league. So to do that,
What? How did they call it? It's the first thing they showed basically in the trailer. Yeah, this here. Then what the fuck? Like, I don't know this. What was it? Atlas classes. Like, what the fuck is that?
Yeah.
That is
Just-
interesting. And then other thing that I what was it? Oh yeah, there's like one skill. There was a what the fuck? Huh. Here's somewhere. And here's the bell boss. Where are they called? Gurren skills.
Yep.
They didn't show what they did with Expedition. They're just showing like a boss.
No, you'll find it. You'll find it.
Fucking wait, bro.
Yeah, but no idea how good this is. Anyway,
What the
holy shit.
fuck is this? You said it's from POE 1, right?
Yeah, it was the league before.
Free crafting.
Yeah. They explain it all. Like, just watch it. I'm not why fucking spoiling
Yeah.
it, man.
I mean, what I'm.
But it's insane. It's actually insane.
You are completely alone.
No more delirium fog. You just spawn like a big ass guy or what? No, wait, these are eyes. Yes, they couldn't. Why didn't they use the same guy that they already have? Like that dude looked cool as fuck. What's his name?
He was the Tang Mizzou.
Yeah. And he looked cool as fuck.
He was like a reflection though, right? Like he was the guy you see like in the maps and that. He's like a reflection of like the real guy. So
Ah. Cool.
he's not actually.
Man, this feels like Legion. First up. Here we go. This shit, bro. Yeah. Imagine this shit with my previous build, the Ice Gin. Holy fuck. Like even bigger explosions. Look at that, there's 6 Novas that go off. Look at how far this goes. And here as well.
Yeah.
This will explode like fucking hell, this is nuts. And this? What the fuck? That looks so good. Yeah, bro.
Well, you're not busy for the next tick.
Let's get into it.
Now, we promised that this one was going to revamp the in-game, and
Yeah.
I'm very excited to talk about it. But first, we've got to talk about the League. So to do that, I'm going to hand things over to Mark.
Hi, I'm Mark
Hello.
Roberts, Game Director
Hi,
on
Mark.
Path of Exile. Now, for those of you who are new to Path of Exile,
So Chronomancer's
each time
still
we
the
release
same
an
then, yeah?
update, we also
rework.
release a new league. Not only do we have a new economy, but we
Ah,
also introduce new content
on
through
the
the campaign,
content.
which gives you a fresh play experience right from the start of the game, as well as new mechanics, storylines, and in-game bosses.
Okay.
In the Ruins of
Also,
Elder
then
League,
like
you will
balance and
encounter
all
a man being attacked by the undead in Clearfell. After saving him, he introduces himself as Pharaoh, a young blacksmith trying to bring back the ancient art of Ezomite runesmithing. He has been collating his discoveries in a tome and is keen to show you how runesmithing works. By inscribing symbols on these ancient Ezomite remnants, you can create. By inscribing
Oh, it's just
symbols
basic
on these
crafting.
ancient Ezomite remnants, you can create all manner of old magics. Unfortunately, on doing so, the corpses of the nearby undead are revived and infused with some of the latent power,
Why is he running?
making for a difficult fight. After defeating these monsters, Pharaoh realizes that runesmithing is a dangerous business, and he is going to need the help of someone a little
you get
more
the currency.
martially
That's
inclined
good.
to discover these secrets. He
You
lends
have
you
to
his
craft on
tome
the
and
fucking
asks
thing.
that you note down anything you discover when you return to him. In each area in the Ruins of Elder League, you will find a remnant, and as you approach it, you will notice that some symbols are already present, and some are waiting for you to fill them in.
Cannot be shot with chain.
Depending on which symbols are already present, you will have different options for which items you can create using this magic.
Ah,
For example,
okay.
if you combine Tempest and Lightning, you can create an Orb of Augmentation.
Okay.
But be careful. The symbols used to craft the items also empower the monsters around the remnant, who will be revived as undead to fight again with different properties depending on what runes you used. So, if you use a fire rune in your recipe, the monsters will be empowered with fire.
Makes sense.
Or if you use a moon rune, lunar beams will rain down as you fight the monsters.
How are you supposed to dodge that?
But think you can.
You're not supposed to dodge that, are you?
After the fight,
don't think so.
break the remnant to receive the item you crafted.
Yeah.
As you get higher
Is he
level,
monk?
you will
Where's
start
his
to find
mana?
remnants with more slots for more runes, allowing you to craft
That's
more
not monk,
items.
is he?
No.
As the number of
But
slots increases,
there's a
though,
reason why you
more
don't see
waves
it.
of monsters will be added,
He'll explain it.
with each wave being empowered by more and more of the runes.
Yeah, it's definitely the warrior character.
And this can get pretty dicey, because some of the runes can have powerful effects.
16 Verisium. Oh, is that the crafting shit? Oh no, it must be the pinnacle shards. No?
Like the Oath rune, which will cause one monster to be nominated
Oh,
as
you
a
have
leader,
more runes here.
spawning waves
That
of
was only
minions. The leader itself will be invincible, but killing its minions will deal
Let's try
damage
that
to
in
it.
general, flaming storms. Looks clean. Wait. Can be used at the Verisium Anvil to transform equipment. Okay. It's the thing we saw in the
Some
trailer.
recipes can get pretty large, requiring 6,
Pretty much, aye.
Oh, so you have to fill it all up.
7,
You can't just be like, I put 1 in there.
or even
Well,
8
the way it
runes.
works is like there'll always be one there when you find it, and then the rest of the slots are free. But as you like find the runes around the maps and shit, it's like you get a list of stuff you can pick. So it's like you don't need to remember the runes. It's like you get your starting one, and then you get a list to pick for what you want, basically.
And I was saying like the amount of runes. Like here, you have to fill them all up. That's what he said, right?
I would think so. I mean, you would want it anyway, because
But yeah, well, if you're not strong enough, right? You just
Yeah,
gotta skip
true.
it altogether. Like, you can't do like a, like just do like 2 runes and have like the lesser version of it. Oh, we'll see.
7,
I don't think they explained that, but
or even 8 runes.
Yeah, they also okay.
But don't
Or
worry,
7.
you won't
here.
have to remember them. Pharaoh's runecrafting book will record all the options, allowing you to simply pick
Yes.
which one you want to craft, given the existing runes that are already on the
50%
allowing you to
to what?
simply pick which one you want to craft,
Surpassing
given the
chance.
existing runes that are already
That's
on
a
the
new
remnant.
stat.
To expand your knowledge and to
surpassing.
allow you to craft more items, Pharaoh has asked that you keep an eye out for signs of runic magic around Rayclast.
Oh, is this better now?
He wants to document anything you find in order to rediscover the secrets of Ezomite runesmiths of old.
Ah, it's not the boss only. Okay.
it's not the boss one.
The first of these can be found in Ogham, and reveals to you an ancient secret, buried deep underground. The runic magic which the Ezomites believe to be their own is actually of Kalguran origin. Thousands of years ago, the Kalgurans came to Rayclast to find sources of Verisium, a metal on which engraved runes allow control over reality. Pharaoh is determined to learn these ancient ways and gain mastery over them. If you can bring him more Verisium, he'll be able to use it to
we
smith
go.
power into any armor, granting you runic ward. The power harnessed by
Nothing changed.
the Kalgurans since ancient
Look
times.
up, look
I'm not
below the
tripping.
evasion rating. Look below the evasion rating.
I just added life. Right now.
It says runic ward 29.
Ah, you're there. Runic Ward. Okay.
Runic Ward is a new resource that protects you from death. Should
Okay.
you run out of life, your Runic Ward will kick in, sustaining your body until your life can return. It effectively acts as an extra life pool. Of course, should you take enough damage to run out of that, you will still die. Every single piece of armor in the game can be upgraded this way,
What?
even uniques. Some are just a strict upgrade, giving Runic Ward with no downside. others are more extreme, sacrificing defenses to get a much larger amount of runic ward.
Wow.
There are even larger
did it
amount
drop
of
there?
others are more extreme,
The armor.
sacrificing defenses to get a much larger amount of runic ward.
Oh yeah. There's
There are
a
even
that
some
stat
that add
in there
new
then.
modifiers to uniques entirely, making them much more viable for higher level.
Oh, that's good. We finally did this shit.
Even some that add new modifiers to uniques entirely, making them much more viable for higher level play.
That's good. Twin gear is gonna
But
be insane
the
as
Calgurans
well.
use runic ward for more than
Yep.
just a defense. It can also be used to power many other magics.
Ooh. Tap into the power of Triskelion Flame to empower the next spell you cast. It affects an arrow and an empower spell.
That's the thing you were talking about like just a second ago for your ice build. That's literally the thing you need there.
Another cooldown time. 1 second. Okay.
Instead of
nice.
using gems created from corruption,
Wait, power skills have spomorph area of effect.
the Calgurans used runes of power
It's,
and fueled them with runic
Just
ward.
watch.
Many of the options available from remnant crafting are new types of Calguran skills that exclusively spend runic ward to wreak havoc. An example is Triskelion Cascade. Using it will cause your next spell to be triggered multiple times in a Triskelion pattern. You can use it with skills like Ice Nova that you cast from yourself,
Bro.
or with something you target at a distance, like Comet. There are also skills to modify existing effects using runic magic, like Frost Flame Nova. Using this skill on a pack of burning enemies will transform the Ignite into Frost Fire, both burning them and building up freeze at the same time. You have basic buffs like Hollow Shell
Hey.
that guards all nearby allies,
Oh, shit.
to more complicated mechanics like the Mark of Repulsion that creates a mark capable of pushing away all nearby enemies. Instead of spending mana, like skill gems do, all these skills cost runic ward, and unlike gems, they don't have a color. This means that they don't care about attribute requirements, or what kind of weapon you use. These skills are designed to be used on any class, and so often interact with mechanics that apply across many characters.
What the fuck?
By combining different runes together, the Calgurans were able to support their runic abilities, and you can as well.
Is he using
Those- yeah,
Ice
you
Nova?
There is also
or
a
what the
set
fuck
of runic
is that?
supports that can be combined with regular skill gems in interesting ways.
Rolling.
Concussive runes allows you to skill gems in interesting ways.
And they have the boots or
Concussive
something. No, it
runes
doesn't.
allows you to add these concussive shockwaves to any skill that stuns,
Runic shot.
while Runic Infusion lets you spend ward to directly empower the damage on any skill. Now, there are other quests during the campaign too that unlock even more interesting crafting methods.
Okay. Like a
Buried
base?
deep in the jungle in Act 3, you can find the Mystic Refuge, containing even more secrets for Pharaoh to learn from. Using this knowledge, he gains the ability to reforge unique weapons. With this technique,
This is really
many
good.
low-level unique weapons can be upgraded to do significantly more damage.
Okay.
Many low-level
just
unique
show
weapons
it.
can be upgraded to do significantly more damage. Now, we've been
they
able
don't
weapons
show
can
it.
be weapons. Using this knowledge, he gains the ability
I
to
just straight
reforge
up
unique weapons.
Basically,
in
With this
damage.
technique,
low
many
level,
low-level
you know,
unique weapons can be
shit.
upgraded.
But yeah, it keeps the required level, no?
Using this knowledge, he
Look at the physical
no,
damage.
okay.
First one and then the second one.
No, I was looking at the strength for like twin gear. So this you can
gains
wear
the
at
ability
level
to
1.
reforge unique weapons.
And then it becomes, you need to
With
be
this
level
technique,
33.
many low-level
Still,
unique weapons can be upgraded to do
level 33
significantly
is
more
not-
damage. Now, we've been able to take a bunch of uniques that had interesting modifiers
Yeah, just straight up boost.
but were not in-game viable,
Yeah.
and give them a bit of a boost to get there. And it's not just low-level uniques. All Kalguran uniques are able to be runeforged this way too, and they can do some
Even
pretty
the
interesting
scepters?
things. Like Searle's Grit, a new unique, which when runeforged can get one of several different outcomes. Now,
What?
there is still so much more that you can craft with remnants. There are also
Uncut silver.
100 new runes, as well as many other new crafting currencies. This is the runes of Eldur after all, and some of these runes have quite powerful effects. For example, this elemental conversion rune will convert all the existing mods on a non-unique weapon from one element to another. Using it,
That's
you
crazy.
could combine a weapon with all 3 elemental damage mods
That's
into a single
crazy.
element,
Yes.
making a weapon with massive amounts of cold damage. There is also a rune that lets you destroy your rune sockets to turn them into a dual
The
socket
chaos
on your
one
item.
is gonna be nuts, if that's possible.
And there are even crafting meta runes
Can
that can
roll.
unlock new types of mods when used with regular crafting.
What?
For example, this Rune of Chronomancy will unlock a set of time-related mods to be crafted on your boots. Once placed inside, use regular crafting orbs to attempt to get new mods like cooldown speed or increased skill effectuation. You can also create a new type of
Don't they have
currency
like crazy
called
defenses as
alloys.
well on the assemblies?
Using regular metals alloyed with verisium, new modifiers not
No,
normally
it's-
available
it's
can
not
be
the-
directly crafted onto your items.
It's not the actual Chronomancy.
Using imbued alloy could
okay.
improve your ailment damage, for example. There are
Wait,
honestly
say that
prove you're
again.
crafted onto your items. New modifiers not normally available can be directly crafted onto your items.
Remove random.
Using imbued alloy could improve your ailment damage, for example. There are honestly so many options here that unlock all sorts
There must
of
be
crazy crafting
omens for
projects.
free and suffix.
So I think people will be experimenting
thing,
with these
right?
for a long time.
Holy fuck.
Once you get to King's March in Act 4, Pharaoh finally meets Danig, a real Kalguran runesmith.
Ooh.
And riddled with excitement, he wants to learn how to merge modern Kalguran techniques with the ancient knowledge that he has found.
Let me guess, they're gonna
From
have
here
sex.
on, Pharaoh joins in the Kalguran expeditions that Danig has been leading.
Exactly.
Please do
With
not
the
make
ancient
me
knowledge that
do
Pharaoh
these
brings to the table,
expedition
the
things.
Kalguran expeditions that Danig has been going on will change significantly. For those of you who haven't played it,
Oh
the
my
Expedition
fuck.
League mechanic involves carefully placing explosives, uncovering the buried dead, and recovering verisium from them. By
This is the
choosing where to
same.
place the explosives, you can choose which kind of challenges you would like to face, or rewards you would like to claim. But unlike before, expeditions now contain the remnants from Runes of Eldur, allowing you to do some specific crafts along the way using the new League crafting mechanic. One very important difference from the simple remnant encounters, though, is that the empowerments that the remnants grant apply to every monster down the explosive line for the rest of the encounter, stacking together. This can
that's
lead
gotta
to
be
some
rough
pretty
as
extreme
fuck.
situations.
I don't
If
like how you
stack
still
too
have
many
to place the
remnants,
bombs,
you
bro.
might be in for a fight beyond your abilities, but the rewards can be very worth it.
Yeah, they better be fucking
Each
good.
mod on the monster is improving the items that they can drop. Once you get to the endgame, you will find that the Atlas has changed substantially.
Okay.
To the south, you will now find the coastline of Rayclast, with the ocean beyond.
So that's fixed.
King's March has not fared well after the Cataclysm, and lays in ruins. Rog's shop has been destroyed, but he is much more concerned about his wife, Gwennon.
Man, fuck his
He
wife.
would like to launch an expedition deep into the ocean to find her. And this begins a new major mechanic for expedition, exploring the ocean.
Oh.
Previously, a logbook was a single encounter. Now, using a logbook, you can send ships to explore an area of the ocean to the southeast, uncovering a range of islands to begin your search for Gwennon. You can hop from island to island, doing many new encounters. There are islands with expeditions, grand expeditions,
Fuck me!
new bosses,
Oh.
and all
Anything
sorts of other
but
unique
that
things to
shit.
find. Eventually, you will find the island that Gwennon has been holed up on. It turns out that she has found the tomb of an ancient Kalguran, Medved.
She has a sword.
While she appreciates you coming to her rescue, she is still keen to blow open the doors of the vault and take whatever you can find inside.
Okay.
It's just a shame that Medved isn't as dead as you previously assumed.
Oh, it's this guy.
Now, after you have defeated Medved, you will find another logbook. And this time you can use it to choose which direction you want to explore. The ocean is vast and contains a huge number of new islands to find. With each logbook, you can explore one sector and you can go as deep as you like. There are all sorts of interesting objects to uncover and dungeons to explore. Many of the islands have expeditions with totally new mechanics. So for example, here is a volcanic island with voltaxic sulfite. Blowing up the sulfite will unleash extra waves of enemies. But there is also this wall with a suspicious light coming from behind it. On blowing it open, a giant ogre comes out, and he is determined to eat as much sulfite as possible.
Okay.
The more sulfite mounds that you have blown up, the more empowered and the more rewarding he will become.
What do you think about this?
These islands contain all sorts of little
This is
secrets that you
Polly's
can
favourite one
find
out of them all,
and
to be
blow
honest.
up.
Right. Fucking hate this
Free
shit.
trapped wisps, blow open root doors, even raise ancient precursor technology. And of course, more bosses. There are more and further vaults to blow up, and one
Gives
of them
me
in
a
particular
feel
is
of like
pretty
fucking
important.
Delve,
The
but
Tomb of Uhtred.
why
the
do we
Star
have to
Drinker.
place that shit ourselves?
Might be changes in the Atlas tree that makes it better.
Uhtred was responsible for calling down the meteors of Verisium,
Well,
which
we
the
have to try
Calgarians
it,
used to
you know.
power their ancient magic.
Oh, aye,
feel
of
like-
course.
And upon defeating him, he calls down a truly gigantic one into the ocean nearby.
If nothing else, just for the crafting aspect, yeah, you know what I mean?
On visiting it, you
What was
find
that
that it
meteor
is shrouded
shit?
by a strange energy emanating from the Verisium core of the meteor within. There is something growing in there, and it can't be anything good. In order to
Pause.
gain entry, Danik suggests that the Triskelion Flame, an ancient Calguran artifact that can absorb and cancel the effects of Verisium magic, could be used to enter. But to find it, you will need to locate the Tomb of Olroth, leader of the Knights of the Sun. Defeat him and gain access to whatever eldritch nightmare is growing inside. Now, we're not going to spoil the boss, but one thing you should know is that the Verisium that makes up the core of the meteor is of a quality that has not been available for millennia. Bringing this to Pharaoh and Danik should allow them to forge some objects of power, the
What?
creation of which has been lost to time.
Runic binding. When you shapeshift. Unbound potential. Fucking hell, bro.
So
Why is
that's
all
the
this new
lead,
shit?
and there is a lot going on.
Yes.
To sum
Unbound
all that up,
potential.
there is a new encounter with over 30 new monster types and over 30 new rune modifiers to enhance them.
Wow, you live.
You can create more than 100 new runes to craft your gear, as well as dozens of other new currency items. And there are new quests added to the campaign to unlock even more new crafting options. Rune forging armors,
Does he have
upgrading
three
uniques,
sockets?
dozens of new Calguran skills and supports, tons of new islands to discover by exploring the ocean, 5 new bosses, including a new pinnacle boss,
That's
and
so
a
clean.
bunch of new uniques to top it off. But there is still a ton more to come. It's time to talk about the massive changes to the endgame. But for that, I'll hand it back to Jonathan.
Now, as Mark hinted at before, the endgame atlas is very different now, and the ocean to the south is the least of the changes. The entire area around your starting location is now teeming with new questlines and things to discover. Will you investigate the strange forest to the west? The cracks in the earth to the east? Or perhaps visit the ruins of a Val city in the north? The Atlas now has fixed points of interest at specific locations, giving you specific objectives that are easy to find. Like before though, no matter which objective you choose, going to towers to see what's out there is always a good idea. The first time you do that though, something new happens. The earth shakes, and a gigantic fortress rises from the earth. A remnant of the ancient precursor civilization.
Nice fucking spoilers, dude.
The Cataclysm of the Beast has caused an ancient protocol to be invoked. Should corruption ever take hold to this degree, the world must be scoured and purged of corruption. You will need to make your way into the fortress and activate the gates. Gain the keys to reach these ancient precursor weapons.
Good.
And disarm them. But this will be no easy task. The fortress has many areas to explore and many new things to find.
Yo.
You will
What
power
the
up ancient
fuck?
machines,
I thought it was an attack. I
fight
guess
new
it's
and
just like
deadly
a-
foes,
an aerial thing.
discover many new areas,
Oh, it says explosions. I was like, what the fuck was
and
he
uncover some
thinking?
dark secrets. Now, the Fortress is the first of the new full endgame storylines that we're adding in 050, and there's a lot going on with it. But not only that, it has some pretty cool new mechanics as well. The areas inside the Fortress are special. Many of them have new mechanics or
Okay.
rewards that they grant.
Okay.
Like this
Yo.
map, where all the rares are contained in essence crystals.
Yo. Yes.
Or this one, which replaces all monster packs in the area with strongboxes.
That is also good.
Or this one, which spawns an Ismeri spirit that always moves on from a rare after you kill it, allowing you to chase it through the entire map.
Oh my god.
Now, just like the normal areas of the Atlas, you'll need to fight the map boss of each area to complete the map. But unlike a normal map, the ones in the fortress each contain precursor nodes after the boss, and activating
That
these
shit
nodes will
looks
give you points for the
fucking
new and improved
crazy.
Atlas passive tree.
It's like
Now, we had
melee
an Atlas passive tree
casters
before,
shit.
but
Like,
it was
what
one of the areas
fuck?
of the endgame that just wasn't up to
It's
scratch.
really good.
The Atlas tree now works quite a lot differently.
Power reveal
We've
radius.
significantly upgraded the kind of mechanics that you can find on the Atlas tree.
They possess strong boxes.
Like this one, that gives a chance to make
Rogue
rogue exiles you
exiles.
fight retreat from combat
Upgrade their equipment.
and move to an adjacent map. Before you fight them
What the
again, they'll
fuck?
upgrade their gear and come back with a grudge this time.
How many times can you do this?
There are also a lot of nodes that combine mechanics together in new ways, like this one, which lets Ismeri spirits possess strongboxes. All the regular monsters that come out of them are touched by the spirit, and the rares are all possessed, giving you some incredible loot potential.
Okay. One exalt. Okay. Okay.
You get points from every single area you complete in
Okay,
the
bro.
fortress, and unlike before, that means you can allocate the entire Atlas tree. Yes, this whole tree can be yours. This change is pretty important, since it allows us to be able to create many types of bonuses that we wouldn't have been able to create before. Like this one,
Yeah,
which gives a
which is
chance for
that shit.
cities to be invaded by another faction, and can even allow it to contain 2 faction leaders, allowing you to get 2 crisis fragments. If we'd done this kind of thing in the old tree, we
Wait,
would've wanted to
what
spec
the
into it before
shit?
running a city map.
Are you
Imagine-
fucking with
imagine
me?
Before running anything else. With full allocation, we can have cool bonuses like these.
Bro.
Obviously, we still want to make sure that you have choices that define your in-game Atlas build. So many nodes in the Atlas tree are now multi-choice. Everyone will get the node, but which bonus you choose to use is up to you. Do you want your powerful boss maps to contain more essences, summoning circles, or rogue exiles?
Okay.
But there's also nodes that contain more unusual things. So for example, on this node you can choose. Do you want to give a chance for
Yo,
shrines
that's
to instead be
crazy.
given to the map boss in the area, making
What,
them more
to the
challenging
map
but dropping
boss?
special loot? Or would you rather give a chance to be given a shrine buff before entering boss arenas, making for an easier fight?
Yeah, it's good for beginning.
Now, I could probably nerd out about cool stuff in the tree all day, but we should probably get back to the fortress. Now, One of the really important things we wanted to do was make it so that all the boss fights in the endgame are now accessible with a quest line. That means that to fight the Arbiter of Ash for the first time, you don't need to get lucky by finding keys. They will be in fixed locations and there's a quest to get them.
Okay.
But the Arbiter of Ash is no longer the pinnacle of Path of Exile 2. For that, you'll need to travel into the very center of the fortress. An incredible challenge awaits you should you choose to go there.
Was good.
After the storyline, you
dreamy.
still unlock keys for pinnacle bosses in the usual way, exploring the world and finding the keys required to get to them. But we have added a lot more interesting things to find out there as well. There are
Twin
now all sorts of
Towers.
mechanics that can spawn on maps in the wilderness. For example,
Additional boss
some maps might spawn as a rogue exile hunting ground, containing multiple rogue exiles who are there to hunt rare beasts. You might come upon them in the middle of a
What?
fight and be able to take out both of them. Or a map of champions that makes all the natural inhabitants of the area into magic monsters.
What? Okay.
Or this one that causes all shrines in the area to release as merry spirits when used. Once you have explored
Doesn't
and
look like
found
they
your keys,
changed
you
it
can
too
return to
much
fight
how
the
it
pinnacle and the
reacts,
fortress
though.
again. But this version of him will be harder. And not only that, he will have new unique rewards as well. Each time you fight him, you get the ability to activate one section of the fortress, and any maps that you didn't finish there will be automatically completed, giving you all the Atlas points. So if you're the type of player who doesn't want to explore the fortress, and instead just race out into the infinite Atlas, you still have a way to get all those points. So that's the Origins of Divinity storyline. It's a huge amount of new content
Huh?
with a ton of new areas, 5 new bosses, including a pinnacle, with a bunch of new unique items. But not only that, it also completely revamps the Atlas tree, and includes a ton of new map mechanics that you can find both inside and outside the fortress. But
This
this
is
is
gonna
just
be
one of the
so
new
fucking
storylines.
AIDS.
So let's talk about the next one now, Masters of the Atlas. Now earlier we talked about how the multi-choice nodes in the tree allow you to still have an in-game Atlas build, but we didn't think that was quite enough. You have an Ascendancy class for your passive tree. Why not an Ascendancy class for your Atlas tree? Well, that's where the Masters of the Atlas come in. Throughout Rayclass
Why?
are many opportunities for those with the skills to find them. Atlas Masters are willing to train you in these skills
Doriani
if you're
looks
able
so
to help them in
fucking
return.
cool, bro.
One such master is Jado,
Oh, the
a
legend.
member of the Order of the Jinn, an organization that secures powerful artifacts to prevent them from falling into the wrong hands. Jado will send you on missions to investigate strange occurrences on the Atlas and recover the artifacts causing them. And for each one you recover, he will gain more trust in you and teach you more ways of the Order of the Jinn. At level
Okay.
1, you could choose to massively increase the chance for rare and unique chests, or make it so that all map bosses drop an additional unique item,
Okay.
or make corrupted waystones have an additional modifier, but at the cost of making them send you to a totally unknown location. Each mission you complete for Jado will unlock another row of abilities and give you another point to allocate, letting you choose how you want to specialize. But there are other masters too. For example, Hilda.
Can you
Hilda
switch
is a member
between
of a
them?
guild of monster hunters. She will send you on missions to assassinate specific deadly creatures around Rayclass and harvest their parts. In exchange, she will teach you her monster hunting skills,
Monster
like this
guild.
one, which adds a 25% chance to upgrade any map boss to a powerful version. Or this one, which makes his Marian spirits no longer possess rare monsters, making them go for the unique bosses in the area instead.
Oh, that's good.
You might notice that many of the effects on these are
That's
both
me
upsides
just taking
and
that
downsides.
shit.
So Hilda, for example, can make it so that you only get one attempt when fighting pinnacle bosses. But in exchange for that, they always drop 2 uniques.
Okay.
Because of that, we wanted it to be easy to swap between them depending on
Ah,
what you're doing.
nice.
As you unlock each master, they will appear on the side of the screen. Simply click whichever one you want to use to run the map, and all the bonuses you have selected for that master will be activated.
There's still tablets.
This allows you to have a few different strategies that you can quickly pick
Looks like
between,
it, aye.
depending on what you're running at the moment.
Need a tablet.
Now, one thing
Fucking-
that's been pretty obvious is that the
Dash
in-game
tab
leagues we
there.
created when launching Early Access in 010 were not really up to the standard of the leagues we did since then. Fate of the Vaal and Rise of the Abyssal just have a lot more going on than Delirium or Expedition, for example. We wanted to do a serious upgrade to all of these mechanics before we do our 1.0 release, and so that's what we've done. All 4 of the leagues we launched in Early Access have been upgraded with not only new quest lines, but new mechanics, new crafting systems,
looks
new
incredible,
uniques,
by the
and new pinnacle bosses. One of the really important changes we made to all the leagues is that you can now find them on the Atlas in specific locations, and each one has a quest line that will lead you there to being able to complete the league, along with its Atlas tree and its pinnacle boss. This is true even for the leagues that we didn't do major redesigns to. So let's use Abyss as an example. When you first encounter one in the endgame, you'll get a quest that leads you to the east, where you will find these mega abyss cracks in the earth leading away from the Well of Souls. All the maps along the cracks will contain abysses with special properties, and mapping along these cracks will close the Atlas scale abysses, giving you points for the Abyss Atlas tree. At the end of each Atlas abyss, you'll find an Abyssal Depths, with the boss fight for one of the Abyssal factions, giving you a guaranteed way to fight them. And after completing all 3, you'll get a key for the Well of Souls, allowing you to fight the Vessel of Kulamak. This kind of thing makes an in-game league so much more friendly for new players, giving people obvious goals and a guided experience to complete them. Alright, so let's talk about the first of the upgraded leagues, Delirium, and its new storyline, The Hare and the Raven. As you may remember, during Act 4 you were tricked into releasing an ancient entity from a Karui prison known as Tangmazu, the Raven Trickster. Tangmazu delights in breaking the minds of those who step through his mirrors, and when touching one, he will attempt to destroy your mind with twisted abominations generated from your worst fears. In Return of the Ancients, the first time you approach one of his Delirium encounters in the endgame, you will find Elder Maddox locked in a trance. His mind is trapped in one of Tangmazu's delusions, and you will need to free him. Once free, Elder Maddox demands that as you caused this problem, you should put it right. He asks you to travel west to the Withered Willow, the location he believes that Tangmazu first gained his powers. But be careful. As you travel there, the Raven Trickster will attempt to break your mind. Each map around the Withered Willow features Delirium encounters. Now this is more than a simple quest upgrade. The mechanic of Delirium has been overhauled and expanded. At the bottom of the screen, there is now a bar that indicates how deep into Delirium you are. Okay. You can see which direction leads deeper by looking at the fog, and the deeper you go, the more challenges you will face. By looking at the bar, you can see how long you have until the Delirium ends. And you can also see special encounters that you will face if you're able to go deep enough into the fog. At the end of the bar is always the boss of the map, but we now have a variety of other encounters that you might find as you explore the horrors of your own mind.
Wait,
For example,
you
might encounter a purple mirror shard that when shattered will cause all the enemies to become more nightmarish.
You don't actually see it here.
After hitting this, you'll notice the Delirium demons are enhanced, significantly more powerful, larger, and scarier in general, along with more rewards. Or should you encounter a red mirror shard, you'll be sent into the depths of your mind. And must escape it while fighting off hordes of your worst fears. If you are able to do so, you will gain a powerful amulet with 2 instilled notables.
-1 prefix modifiers.
Once you reach the Withered Willow, Elder Maddox discovers that a shard of the mirror is missing. You will need to track down Tangmazu and restore it if you have a hope of discovering how to defeat him, and that means entering the Raven Trickster's mirrors in an attempt to locate him. Each area around the Withered Willow contains Delirium encounters, so that's a good place to start. As you do Deliriums, some of the special encounters will drop liquid emotions. Normally these emotions can be used to instill amulets to add notable passive buffs to them, but in Return of the Ancients, emotions have a new function as well. Each one now has the ability to add crafted mods to jewels, allowing you to add specific mods to an item slot that can be quite difficult to roll. For example, Liquid Despair will allow you to add critical hit chance, while Liquid Suffering will allow you to add movement speed or Air of Effect to your jewels, but there are many more. Once you've done enough Delirium encounters, the location of a Grand Mirror, an entrance into Tangmazu's realm, is revealed, but it won't be that simple to enter. Using his powers, he reflects the map boss for a ridiculous empowered fight, then destroys the entrance into his realm of madness. In order to find him now, you'll need to let the insanity fully into your mind. A strange fruit is left behind which you can consume to fully embrace the madness in an attempt to reach the Raven Trickster's realm. Consuming the fruit will cover an entire area of the Atlas in fog, and every map you do in the fog will get progressively harder and harder as you explore the deeper reaches of your mind. At some point you enter a new layer. A simulacrum of your memories, twisted and perverted by the Raven Trickster. Should you be able to complete the simulacrum, Tangmazu will believe that you are worthy of a true challenge. and will let you take the remaining shard of his mirror, allowing you to enter his realm of madness back at the Withered Willow. If you dare to face him, it will be a fearsome challenge. So, that's the new storyline of Delirium. As you can see,
You already
it's
showed a
not
bit
only
too much,
quest
in
line,
my
there are
opinion.
new
Yeah.
mechanics, new crafting options, and new boss fights. But one question you might have is, what happens after? Well,
That
once you've
blood
completed the
splatter,
story,
did you see
grand
that?
mirrors will start appearing on the Atlas sometimes after
no,
completing
never mind.
Delirium encounters. After doing the grand mirror, you can select where on the Atlas you want to do your fruit-induced drug trip and get another key to fight Tangmazu. But this time, the fight will be quite a bit harder. And not only that, the fight will be able to drop a bunch of new uniques that were not available in the questline version. We'll show some of those later. After doing a grand mirror, the decision of where to spread the fog can be important because there are some potent emotions that only come from certain map bosses affected by Delirium this way. Like all
What the
emotions, they can
fuck?
craft special mods onto jewels, but these potent emotions can create mods that you can't get any other way. So for example, Potent Liquid Melancholy is an emotion that can only come from human bosses, and allows you to add a variety of on-hit effects. Also, you might want to try instilling amulets with these emotions. They could have some interesting effects, with some powerful notables that do not normally exist on the tree. Like Storm's Rebuke, which makes armor break boost your cold and lightning damage. But also notables from a clearly deranged mind, like Calm's Blessing. This skill allows you to ancestrally boost fire spells after using a Warcry. How about using an Ancestral Flame Blast?
What the fuck? What
Now,
the
just like
fuck?
before, you can also upgrade the League by getting points for a dedicated Delirium Atlas tree. But this now works in a much better way and has much cooler effects. The maps in the Delirium area of the Atlas give you Delirium passive points for completing them.
Is that the
So
build
it's
you're gonna
easy to see
play?
how to progress. Some nodes
No.
will add new types of mirror shard encounters to your Deliriums,
You'll see it when you see
like
it.
this one, which will pause the Delirium for some amount of time, allowing you to more easily get to higher depths. Or this one,
It's allowed
which
to
adds
go back
extra
a bit.
Delirium modifiers to monster higher depths.
Now look at the bar, see at the bottom where it's black, like that's the
Ah,
time running
okay.
out. Yeah.
Okay.
Or this one, which adds extra Delirium modifiers to monsters when you pick it up. There are also nodes that can add new types of drops, like this one, which modifies Simulacrum encounters to add special liquid emotions, which can craft time-lost jewels. And nodes that apply to the Atlas mechanics of the League, like this one, which causes the Grand Mirror to spread Delirium fog over a larger area of the Atlas, potentially containing multiple Simulacrums. Alright, so that's the changes to Delirium. The core mechanic now includes a bunch of new things to find, new monsters to kill, and has new mechanics on the Atlas. It also has new crafting system for jewels, and over 20 new unlockable notables for amulets. Not only that,
Do we have to
a new
find
purple
those
boss with a bunch of
ourselves?
new unique items, and a massively upgraded Atlas tree just for Delirium. But there's still a lot more to come, so let's talk about Breach next. When you first do a Breach in the endgame,
Well,
you'll
probably
find
will take
Aleph,
2 weeks,
one of the
right, for
Keepers of the
community
Flame,
to have a whole list.
an ancient order of monks dedicated to preventing the Hiveborn from entering the world. As you seem to be a keen slayer of demons, Aleph would like to recruit you to the order and asks that you travel to their monastery to the south. On the way there, you'll start to encounter more breaches, and will notice one of the first changes to the breach mechanic. You still have to kill monsters as fast as you can to keep the breach open, but now you can visibly see how much time you have left to keep it open, and how each kill extends its duration. Once you've reached the monastery, you will learn more about the Keepers. In the 25 years since the events of Keepers of the Flame in Path of Exile 1, the war with the Hiveborn has not gone well, and they have managed to establish a foothold in the world nearby. A gigantic area has fallen to the Scourge, and the Keepers are unable to get inside. Inside the monastery is the Genesis Tree, a powerful asset to the war effort, stolen from the enemy and gifted to the Keepers by the Dreamer himself. Using the tree, Aleph could create a breach stone and penetrate the Hiveborn foothold, but without Hiveblood, the tree has withered. To get Hiveblood, you will need to take advantage of another new mechanic of breach. If you can keep the otherworldly portal open for long enough, the breach will stabilize and will enter a new phase. The Hiveborn will send their toughest miscreations to defeat you, and the breach will not close until you can annihilate them, dropping Hiveblood that you can use to restore the Genesis Tree. In some cases, you may even attract one of the deadliest foes the Hiveborn can offer, a Marshal of Zesht. These monsters also drop womb gifts, and if you take these to the Genesis tree, they can be used to craft items to help you in the war against the Hiveborn. Given that 25 years have passed since the beginning of the war, the tree
Bro,
has
I'm
grown
so
and withered many
confused.
times, but with each cycle,
But I
it learns
still
and
get it.
expands its abilities. When you first open the
Confused with
Genesis
what?
tree, you will notice these holes into which you can
What
place
the
your womb
fuck?
gifts.
This is so much
Each womb
information.
gift can be used to create a different type of jewelry
Okay.
and must be fertilized with hive blood.
There's even more, don't worry about
So for example, you can place this amulet womb gift into the tree and it will give
Okay.
birth to a random rare amulet. But the
Okay.
Genesis tree is capable of much more.
Oh, that's the
As you
crafting
continue to
shit.
feed the tree, its branches
Yeah,
will
yeah.
regenerate and allow you more and more control over what kind of items it will birth.
It's like targeted.
So for
craft.
example,
Wait.
this branch of the tree will allow you to control which base types of amulets can be birthed.
Wait.
And as you go deeper, it will even allow you to create new base types that you can't get anywhere else.
Wait, what?
Like this one, which gives you an entire spirit skill for free.
Wait, what?
Or this one, which has a rune socket in it.
Ooh.
To the left and right are branches that will let you control which mods the amulet can get,
Oh, there's a armor.
including making sure that they're higher level
And birth at minimum of
or controlling which specific mods that they will always have.
Finally, bro. That's
With 15
fucking
points
good.
to allocate, you will have to choose wisely how you want to specialize your crafts. But it's worth noting that this tree doesn't have any cost to respecking it. You can enable or disable the nodes at any time by clicking on them. On rings, we've also added some really interesting new crafting options as well. You have a bunch of new base types like these, but you also have entire new classes of mods that can be added.
Mana
The
percentage.
right-hand
bro.
branch of the ring tree adds an entire new set of caster mods to rings. From basics like extra elemental damage for spells, or more niche options like this mod that increases the rate you gain seals for Unleash.
Seal gain frequency.
And on the left-hand side, you can unlock an entire new set of mods for minion characters.
What are seals?
This stuff is actually pretty important, because casters and
You
minion
remember that
builds didn't
skill
have as many
Unleash?
slots with interesting
Yeah.
item crafting compared to attack
Like, you
builds.
basically need to
The
build
Genesis
up
tree
skills to
narrows
use
that
Unleash,
gap.
So it's like you
Ah.
get more
There are
Unleash.
also trees for belts and currency. I won't go over them too much here, but there are all sorts of goodies in these too, like being able to create new catalysts for jewels, or a belt that gives lightning damage. Once you've done enough breach encounters, you may finally get a womb gift capable of birthing a breach stone. And you can then use it on the Hiveborn incursion. Once used, the true extent of the Breach Demon's foothold becomes clear. They have not only transformed the land, but constructed huge sky hives as well. When you enter the outskirts of their realm, you will discover breach hives. Using the power of the Keepers of the Flame, these otherworldly structures can be burned away when walking through them. But for each one destroyed, more of the Hiveborn will attack when you attempt to purge the hive. These encounters
Wait,
are
was that like
particularly rewarding
a
for
tower
women.
system?
Right, it's kind of like say, COD and POE 1 for the
Was that shit called again?
was- the can't remember what it's called. Blight. It was
Yeah,
Blight.
Blight,
Right?
that's the one. yeah.
These encounters are particularly rewarding for womb gifts, so you'll want to do as many of these as you can. But your real goal are the sky hives deeper into the domain. These twisted creations are securing the demon's entry
The
into
above
our
us is
world.
like wave fucking E of what
Inside
what
the
the
very
fuck?
center are the Breach Lords Tool and Ash, and you'll need to defeat them
Yo.
if you want to get rid of the foothold once and for all.
Is that a character or is that a
Now,
boss?
once you've completed the questline version, there is still more to do.
character, I think.
That
You will
shield
find
is,
other breach domains on the Atlas randomly in your travels. For each one, you will need to find a breach stone,
Okay.
destroy the sky hives, and defeat the breach lords.
Ooh, they're all there now?
And doing these encounters is what will give you access to fight Zesht, the existing Breach Pinnacle boss, which you can access by communing with the Dreamer himself inside the monastery. While completing the questline for Breach, you will also be gaining points for the Breach Atlas tree, and there are a lot of cool new options here. This node will cause Breach hives to spawn outside of the Hiveborn domains on the Atlas. And this one will give Aelith additional abilities that you can use while attacking a hive. Like this one, which causes all Hiveborn in the next wave to be magic, drastically increasing their difficulty in exchange for way more items. There are also nodes that allow you to control your rewards, like this one, which adds a set of new lineage supports to the Marshal of Zesht. Or this one, which lets you control which womb gifts you will get. There's also some nodes that affect the Genesis tree, like this one, which will cause Zesht to drop his head, which when returned to the Genesis tree, will grow a grasping orchid on the side of it. You'll have to experiment to find out what this thing is good for. Putting rings on its fingers seems to make it happy.
The fuck?
60 breach.
So that's a rundown of what you can expect from the new Breach questline. There's a new stabilization mechanic for breaches, hive
This one
encounters,
looks red like.
and Hiveborn incursions on the Atlas. But you also have a huge new crafting system and new bosses as well. Alright, so let's talk about the
Because it has
Wrath of
like
the
all the
Nameless storyline
crafting
next.
so far. Like just
When you first complete a
Important one.
ritual in the endgame, Aoife, a lost spirit, will appear. She appears to need your help,
see,
but
see.
isn't able to communicate more than a few words, beckoning you to come to the Wildwood. Like the other leagues, Ritual now has a place on the Atlas to call home. The Wildwood could be found to the west. When you first arrive there, Aoife's spirit will guide you in, where you will discover that inside the Wildwood, spirits can take physical form. Aoife has been bound to this place by the King in the Mists, and requests that you free her. But in order to do so, you will need her body, currently in possession of the King. To reclaim it, you will need to gain an audience with him.
Oh, is that what it was there?
Inside the Wildwood, there are many ritual encounters to complete. Like before, in each area, triggering rituals will resurrect the nearby bound monsters to attack
So the
you,
base,
and killing the monsters will give you
like
tribute.
the very base
In
of the
addition,
league
each
mechanics are
ritual
still
you do
the
in the
same.
area will add the monsters from the previous ritual,
Aye, pretty much.
making the encounters much more
Same
challenging the
for
more
you.
rituals you complete.
Except
Once you've
breach,
completed
that's
them,
got, like,
spend your tribute
the
to get
start of it
items.
is,
Yeah.
Now, an important change to the rewards of Ritual is that all the items in the reward window are now uniques or omens, making this league's rewards much more valuable than before.
Aha.
In order to gain an audience with the Nameless King,
No more
you need to
trash.
sacrifice tribute to him. Any remaining tribute you don't spend can be sacrificed this way to fill up this bar.
Oh.
Once you have enough tribute for an audience,
I don't know
return to the
about that.
Wildwood to divine his location with
That's
the Nameless
interesting.
Shrine.
That's well good.
His location will
That's
be
well
revealed
Yeah.
deeper in the Wildwood, and you will need to make your way to him, kill him, and get Aoife's body. Using her body, you can attempt to release her spirit, but this is when you learn about the true threat of the League.
I don't
The
know
Wildwood
about
is
that.
built on top of an ancient prison. The King in the Mists didn't gain his power out of nowhere. He was granted it by an ancient being of darkness known as the Bodark, and the Nameless King's use of this power has been causing the prison to weaken.
Bodog.
In order to prevent the Bodark from entering the world, a champion will need to enter its prison and beat him back, but those with a name are unable to survive there. In order to do so, you will need to transfer your name to another with a new mechanic in the Ritual League, the Rite of the Nameless. The rite will begin in a nearby forest. At first, it appears to be a regular ritual encounter, but that will soon change. The final ritual of the area will include the map boss, and defeating him will give you a piece of the effigy onto which you will transfer your name.
He tanked it.
But the ritual is still not complete. Once the map boss is defeated, the Atlas will open, and you will need to pick another adjacent map to continue the ritual. During the rite, each adjacent map will have different rewards to tempt you. So for example, if you go in this direction, you gain significantly more
Let me
tribute.
know when you
But if
see
you
it.
go in this direction, the uniques in the reward window will turn into currency instead.
Your build?
You can also sometimes get offered
No, look,
specific
look,
items that will
look.
be added as rewards.
Mage blood. What?
Yeah.
Portal. Wait. So you go there and you just get a mage blood?
That'll be the reward, aye.
Wait, Mage
Obviously
Blood is
that-
a fucking. Why is that again in PoE 2? That's new,
It's,
right?
it's never been. It's not. This is it just
Yeah.
getting put in POE 2. Like it wasn't in POE 2 before.
Why is it gonna be the charm thing like we expected?
No sure. I'm not sure.
So in
But
this
I
case,
think I would
you'll have
imagine
to
that's
choose
like
if you want to get 5
super,
Chaos
super
Orbs
rare
or a
thing,
Mage
I
Blood.
think, though.
A difficult decision, I'm sure. Now, as this is one continuous ritual,
Well, who knows?
the
Maybe the Mage
encounters in the
Blood is
next map
fucking
won't start from
trash, like the
scratch.
Headhunter was
They
in the
contain
beginning.
all the monsters that were gathered from the rituals of the
Yeah,
previous
maybe.
map as well, making them harder and harder. And that includes the map boss too. You will need
No,
to
I'll
defeat
definitely go
both
for
map
it.
bosses
Check
in the
it
final
out,
encounter
yeah.
for your next effigy piece. And it still doesn't end there.
I mean, you got to like, you need to man.
Pick another map, another
Yes.
reward, and add another map boss to continue until the ritual
That's
of the
my
Nameless
own
is complete. It will take 5 maps in all, and will be an incredible challenge.
Is this 5 map bosses?
Yeah. So
But once
basically
How
what happens is-
can
tanky do you
return to
have
the
to be this league? What the fuck?
this is like one of the this is one of the reasons why I kind of settled on the build that I'm going to play is because of like how much shit like this man. Right. I've got 2 builds in mind. One of them is going back to my Spark build,
Yeah.
and the second one I'll cut up. I'll point out when they show it.
Fuck, man. This makes me rethink the whole melee shit again.
I'm definitely not going melee this like so
Like the
on my
martial
chance.
artist. Fuck.
Wildwood to perform the final rite. Transfer your name to the effigy, adorn the crown of the Nameless King, and enter the prison. Now, of course, once the pinnacle boss is complete, the league doesn't end there. As you do rituals on the Atlas, you can continue to give tribute to the King in the Mists for another audience. Pick another forest to begin the Rite of the Nameless once more, and this time with a harder pinnacle boss and new unique items to find. Of course, we've also significantly upgraded the Ritual Atlas tree. Get points by completing maps in the Wildwood, and you'll be able to unlock some pretty cool nodes. Some of them affect the Rite of the Nameless, like this one, which extends its duration. You thought fighting 5 map bosses at once was hard? How about 6? Or this one, which makes maps during the Rite have more reward mods, often having 2. You also have nodes that allow things to combine with other content, like this one.
Okay, wait. What was my best boss killer so far? Hmm. I actually don't know. I think it's a
I can't remember. You had a couple of good boss
Yeah.
killers. I can't remember what one was actually the best one though.
Might have been the monk, not gonna lie.
The bug was pretty strong. Like
Yeah. It might have been
There's a
the
chance for
monk.
rituals to be created inside summoning circles, adding a random boss to the ritual encounter. There is even a node which adds a new type of possible ritual, the audience with the queen, which causes the bride of the king to sometimes appear. Okay, so that's ritual.
But let's have a look at what this means for endgame content as a whole for Path of Exile 2. When you include the expedition changes made by the League, we have a total of 5 new endgame storylines, each of which has a hub, crafting systems, areas to explore, NPCs, and a pinnacle boss as a capstone. Not to mention the Masters of the Atlas storyline as well. But more importantly, you now have immediate quests as soon as you arrive at the endgame, and goals with obvious progressions that you can see how to finish. Each endgame questline has a progress bar that you can pop out from the side of the Atlas screen at any time. This shows you how far through you are, and buttons that will take you to the hubs for them. Overall, it's just this shows you how far
skill points. Expedition bosses.
through you are, and buttons that will take you to the hubs for them. Overall, it's just a way better in-game experience with a significant number of fun objectives
Alright,
to complete.
I need to
But just in case
Like
you didn't have
when I'm
enough
gonna
goals,
take a
we
week
did
off
have one
for
other
this
thing
shit.
that you might want to complete this league. These are called challenge leagues after all. Where are all the challenges? Well, players of Path of Exile 1 will be used to the fact that each league comes with a series of challenges that you can complete in order to prove that you are indeed the best.
Oh, let's go.
We haven't done these yet in Path of Exile 2, but it's
No.
time to change that.
Let's go.
If you're able to complete them, you'll earn pieces of the Knight of Alder armor set. Opening the challenge screen will show you a series of 8 challenges.
Nice.
After completing each one, anyone in chat or in the forums will be able to see your prowess. In addition,
Looks
you'll get a
pretty
statue
good.
to put in your hideout showing anyone you trade
Does
with
die.
how many
Oh,
challenges
that's
you've
cool.
completed.
Yeah.
You'll earn the first piece of the armor set after doing 2 challenges, and the full armor set after completing all 8.
Okay.
So that covers all the content you'll encounter in Return of the Ancients.
Nice,
But what
nice,
about
nice,
some new
nice,
tools to
nice.
fight against these new pinnacles with? Well, we also have some new Ascendancy classes as well, but to introduce them, I'll hand you guys back to Mark.
Let's fucking
As
see
Jonathan
it.
said, we have 2 new classes to show you today. The Spirit Walker
Ascendancies,
and the
mate.
Martial Artist. Let's start with the Huntress's new class, the Spirit Walker.
See it.
The Spirit Walker has developed an affinity with the Asmerian animal spirits. She is able to infuse the power of multiple spirits at her choosing. On the bottom part of the class, you will find paths for each wisp you would like to commune with, be they primal, vivid, or wild.
Yeah, what
Each
does
one
wild
can
do?
give you different abilities that align with the stag, owl, or bear.
Why is the
Each
wild
ability
protector
gives you
not-
a method to become possessed by wisps of that
it?
type, and a new ability when you spend them. The stag allows you to summon stampedes when you attack. The owl grants boons in the form of their feathers, which adds extra projectiles and enhances the projectile speed of your next skill.
What?
And the bear simply summons a giant bear companion to your side. The bear will maul,
Hmm. This is a minion. Are they all minions? Alright, yeah, this is the owl. And this is an attack. Okay, so they're not all minions.
and enhances the projectile speed of your next side. The bear will maul, slam,
Wait, what is this? The bear spirit does not count towards your companion limit. Oh, okay. Nice companion then. Wait, this doesn't make any sense. Wait.
What do
It
you
buffs your minions and gives them more
Yeah.
life. Okay.
No, you. It does it to you.
No, minions deal 20% more damage. Minions have 20% more maximum life. But the bear is a companion.
Yeah, but that's companions and minions are the same thing, I think.
No,
But no,
no.
no, I don't know.
There's like companion damage on the tree. Unless they change that.
I mean,
Unless
it says minion, right? It says minion, companion, or sister.
Ah, yeah.
So,
I guess. Yeah, I guess you're right. Yeah.
leap, and do intimidating roars to debuff your enemies.
Okay.
Now you can specialize more into
there's
each
a-
of these
there's a
wisps,
fucking
but if you want to
crazy
combine all
looking
3 of
on this one.
Yo. 60% for main hand weapon damage? Bro.
them, then a new hidden power will
Okay,
be
my
unlocked.
brain is going fucking
The
nuts
power
right
of
now.
the sacred wisps.
I don't know what to think.
This node is free and enhances
What is this? Embrace it loud.
the quality of all 3 of your spirit animals.
Alright.
Your bear will take some of the damage you take and grant you life regeneration. Your stags will become more aggressive, leaping towards enemies. And your owl-empowered skills will leave a trail of soaring ground behind them.
That's
But that's not all.
crazy.
The Spirit Walker has other powers beyond wisps. such as idolatry, which can give you large
What is
bonuses for using
actually
idle
idolatry?
socketables in your equipment.
Wait, what?
For using idle, such as idolatry, which can give you large bonuses for using idle socketables in your equipment.
Wait, was that not possible before?
Oh, well, it is possible, but it's giving you buffs for each like the amount that you put in. So
Wait, what does
just
it say? Ah, okay, now I see. Yeah, okay. Ooh, preservation efficiency.
well, the next skill though, like
Large bonuses for using idle socketables in your equipment. And
Tame beasts can capture unique beasts. Can have up to one unique. Tame beasts are possessed by random, changing every 20 seconds. Areas of immersion hindering them. If you defeat the beast while it is engulfed in wisp, it will be captured by this gem. And the beast has a reviving companion. It also says minion at the top.
yeah.
this
It
one,
must have been
which
wrong,
is my
or they
absolute
changed
favorite. The Spirit Walker, having attuned herself with nature, can gain the ability to tame beast bosses, opening up a whole suite of very cool options for your build. Maybe you tame the mighty Silverfist in the jungle depths,
With boss companions.
or maybe a 3
it. You're gonna hate me again, bro. Oh my god. Okay. I'm thinking.
headed chimeral beast in the chimeral wetlands. Or then there's a giant frozen owl beast, Rakar, the frozen talon. There's so many choices. You're going to have to experiment a bunch with this one, and I'm very excited to see what bosses you all choose to have as your trusted boss companion.
What the fuck? They even do all
Next
the
up,
things?
we
Okay,
have
okay,
the
okay.
monk's
What's
new
this?
ascendancy class, the martial artist. After decades of training, he has mastered 3 of the 7 hollow techniques. Channeling hollow form technique allows the martial artist to create illusions of himself, which then use a skill of your choosing. Perfect for turning skills with less area of effect into ones that can obliterate packs with ease. Should you find yourself overly vulnerable while channeling, you might want to take Way of the Mountain, which causes you to be covered in stone when you immobilize enemies, mitigating large amounts of damage. This can even enhance your attacks too. By hardening your weapon in stone, you can deal even more damage. After
This
taking
one's
Hollow
what
Focus
nuts fucking
technique,
know this
you
girl.
can manifest your spiritual energy into objects. In this case, bells, which will appear around the martial artist and can be shattered by any of his attacks, even ones from the Hollow Form technique earlier. Hollow Resonance technique furthers that by adding a manifested bell to your back, which rings each time you deal a critical strike, damaging all enemies around you.
I have this as MTX.
Through all the martial artist's thorough training, he has mastered the flow of internal spiritual energy too, and has
Right.
engraved runic tattoos
Additional rune only sockets. Ah, okay. Wait, so you can have up to 8 sockets then on the body armor or what?
Oh well, just watch it. You'll ex-
around his meridians. By doing this, he can gain the benefit of extra runes. Just open your inventory and add the runes.
Oh.
There is one that counts as a helmet, 2 as a body armor, 1 as gloves, and 1 as boots.
Yeah, 8.
Finally, your
total.
hands. The
This
ultimate
one-
expression of a
one is
master of the
fucking
martial
nuts.
Wait. Gloves you equip with are base type transformed to fists of stone. Their prefixes are transformed to more powerful related modifiers. Plus 3 evasion rating per level, plus 2 max energy shield per level. Like your level?
Just keep watching.
arts. Taking Way of the Stone Fist will cause your gloves to become a new base type when equipped. Each modifier on the original pair of gloves has an equivalent, more powerful, and more impactful modifier. For example, these gloves add some physical damage, cold damage, lightning damage, some resistances, and life gain on hit. Now, when I equip these, they become literal fists of stone, and not only grant me a bunch more evasion and
They just turn it into gain?
How crazy is that?
What the
Now look at the extra gain as percentage gain, and you get the maximum resistances as well.
Oh shit. What?
That one is
Wait,
insane.
plus
that
1
one.
to maximum energy shield per level. Wait. I'm trying to think Hollow Palm. Is Hollow Palm not gonna make this even crazier?
energy shield, they now also grant a lot more damage, some maximum resistances, and a significantly higher amount of life gained on hitting enemies. With all the different rune combinations you could do, and the different modifiers on gloves, there's a ton of different build options, and we're looking forward to seeing what you can come up with. Now, with so many new bosses in Return of the Ancients, of course we want to have a huge number of unique rewards. There are some pretty cool things in here, so we wanted to show you a few of them.
What's that?
Twisted Empyrean is a two-handed mace made from the purest of Verisium, combined with the beast's corruption. It converts all of your mace's skills fire damage to cold, and visually does so too, turning your volcanic fissures into glacial ones. This mace also comes with its own built-in skill, Starborn Onslaught. Using Glory, you can leap backwards, throwing your mace at the ground, creating Verisium fissures, before calling behind it a storm of cold metallic bolts from the stratosphere.
Pretty cool.
Next, we have Eventide Petals, an amulet that not only grants runic ward, but also comes with its own reservation skill, Midnight Zenith. This skill causes your critical hits to grant Arctic petals that hover around you. Once you have acquired enough of these petals, they will be consumed, creating a floral ice crystal near an enemy.
Alright, the next
Then,
item's the one that I'm
destroy
thinking
that crystal to do
using.
devastating cold damage to everything around it. The Raven's Flock is a staff.
But there's also a wand that
It was an amulet, right?
I was an amulet.
Then, destroy that.
Bro. They also create frost. Bro.
It's basically like a frost nova, but like a petal, like a flower petal looking like aesthetic.
This could work with the Jin build as well.
Yeah,
Do even more damage.
Crystal to do devastating cold damage to everything around it. The Raven's Flock is a staff perfect for minion characters. Not only does it grant spirit reservation efficiency
This is
and
one of the
minion
ones I'm
damage,
thinking about
it
making.
also allows your minions to inflict grueling madness on hit,
What's that?
slowing enemies and making all other slows on them more powerful
Like
for
Valkyrie
maximum
Bolt
crowd control.
represents.
That's crazy.
That's not where this item
wait.
shines though.
Just wait.
It grants a skill called Spiraling Conspiracy. This skill causes a flock of ravens to circle you, dealing damage over time to anything near them. Killing
Really?
enemies, or just by standing near unique enemies, causes the flock to grow, getting larger and larger. For your POE 1 players, you can think of this just like a Raven Righteous Fire. That's not all, however. These ravens are also minions, so they fully scale with minion damage and come with their own command skill, Mad Flight. This command skill causes your flock to create a tunnel of deathly damage between a set of illusory mirrors, obliterating anything in between.
Buff that with minion shit, get massive area effect.
Horror's Flight is a pair.
Fucking crazy, mate. So I'm thinking either that build, Spark, or there's
Oh,
like
you need
another...
the unique for that build, right?
Aye.
You need a
aye,
staff.
definitely. Yeah. But there's another unique I'm thinking about making
Horror's
well.
Flight is a pair of gloves instilled with the purest of fear. Equipping these causes your enemies to become terrified of you. These
That's
gloves
what's
cause you
crazy,
to
by the
gain
way.
Wait, what? So
Yeah,
you can have 10 stacks,
you can
100%
basically,
culling strike threshold.
yeah, basically, you can like kill enemies right off the back, basically. Like,
What the fuck?
acts of fear incarnate when you cull enemies.
Oh.
To aid in your culling, these gloves also come with the skill Crushing Fear. This is similar to the monk skill Killing Palm, except it deals chaos damage, and the amount of damage and area of effect scales drastically based on the power of the enemy. As you use this, gain your stacks of Fear Incarnate, which increases your culling threshold, meaning enemies become easier and easier to
How
cull,
do they all have like
even to the
I
point
had
of being able to
100%.
instantly kill some monsters from full life.
Wait,
Sylvan's Effigy is a scepter for those wanting to run
Wait.
companions. It allows you to have any number of companions of
bro.
different types, instead of the normal restriction of just one per type. But what makes this cool is the Asmerian wolf companion it comes with.
Ooh.
This is a persistent minion that bites foes to maim them, leaps to cause bleeding, and even howls to buff nearby allies. Additionally, it
Nice.
comes with the command skill Eternal Hunt, which when used it will howl, calling on the spirits to manifest spectral wolves to ambush all foes around you. Liminal Coil is a crazy one.
this is the other one that
It
might
allows
go
you to-
build with. This one looks nuts as well.
I mean, magnitudes of curses you afflict are 0.
Yeah, but look at the gains for it. Every curse you have gives you 25% extra chaos and physical damage. And then the skill, you'll see the skill that's attached to it as well.
apply as many curses as you please, but those curses will have no effect. What's the point then? 2 reasons. Firstly, your spells gain a bunch of extra physical and chaos damage for each curse on enemies. Secondly, is the skill it grants called Coiling Bolts. This skill is a projectile spell that fires coiling physical and chaos projectiles with every cast. What makes this skill truly special though, is that it will split and chain through every cursed enemy, causing an absolute ruckus. See for yourself.
This will be like, see if you
Periphery
build
is a
this
unique
right,
bow, which
actually
you see for yourself.
So he's running, what's that called again? Blasphemy? With all the curses on there?
yeah.
Hmm.
So the more curse, like say you get 5 curses, mate, there's 125% extra like chaos and physical damage, and that's just like for the weapon and curses. You know what I mean? So
That's a lot of
plus
spirit you need though.
Periphery is a unique bow, which utilizes
this
all
bow
the
looks
powers of
crazy
the
as well, actually.
Asmerian swarms. Enters flammability, ignite, and chill. And freeze, and shock. Okay.
Asmerian spirits by dealing damage of all elements. And all elements can cause all ailments. The coolest thing about this bow, however, is the Asmerian Swarm skill. These are minions that are summoned when you kill enemies. They will
what?
pursue all nearby enemies, damaging them and inflicting a debuff on them that boosts your elemental damage even further. Watch as you mow enemies down, and the swarms of Asmerian wisps aid you, melting enemies one screen at a time.
I've been wanting to play Frozen Arrow for a long time. I really like that.
The Ordained is a new spear, mastering in physical and lightning damage, with high critical strike chance
Righteous
too.
Descent.
This spear allows you to leech life not only from physical damage, but lightning too.
Ooh.
It also creates a fragment of divinity nearby periodically.
What does
What are
that do?
those? Well, this spear has the skill Righteous Descent, which is an epic divine leap, aided by angelic wings. If you use the skill when a fragment of divinity is nearby, it will become empowered, dealing significantly more damage, gaining massive area of effect, and bypassing its cooldown. When fighting a boss, let a bunch of the fragments spawn, and then just unleash your divine havoc, obliterating them. Last, but not least, we have a new unique jewel, Voices. Voices is simple. It consumes one jewel slot to add more.
Yeah, this is
There
crazy.
are versions that add 2 jewel slots, 3 jewel slots,
This
and
from
for those who are
Delirium.
absurdly lucky or rich,
I
one
did-
with 4
Bro.
jewel slots. Equip it and notice the slots appear next to your character's portrait in the center.
Oh shit. Okay.
So you can
One of the
literally
things we are concerned
That's
about is
the
how
amount of
long it
jewels.
takes for
Fucking
experienced
nuts.
players to replay through the game
Bro.
in each new league.
As we learned from Path of Exile 1, one of the things that can really help is having elements in the campaign that tell you where to go, if you know what to look for. We'll cover just one example per act for Acts 1 to 3, but there are many more than just these. For example, Hunting Grounds in Act 1 is a large, sparse area, containing multiple entrances and landmark encounters. Here's an example of some of the changes we've made here. Finding the ritual encounter in this area isn't too difficult. Now after completing it, a trail of locusts will lead to the entrance to Freythorn. Just follow it and find the source of the evil. You may also find corpses of dead animals, killed and pecked at by the crowbell. You'll notice a trail of blood leading away from them. Follow the trail and it will lead directly to the boss.
It's decent quality
We
life.
even put a signpost on the road to tell you which way to go to find Ogham Village.
In Act 2, in the Mastodon Badlands, you need to find the Lightless Caverns and track down the Abyssal. Now to make this quicker, in the level you'll find these cracks. Just follow them, and it will take you right to their lair, allowing you to find and unlock the Well of Souls. In Act 3, the jungle areas have camps of explorers to sell you items. However, they are now even more useful. By talking to the explorers, they will point towards the next area. Not only that, but it will also reveal it on the minimap, so you can know exactly where to go. These are just some examples. We plan to do more and more of these over time in order to streamline the experience. Now, as this is an in-game expansion, it makes sense that we would work on Atlas QOL. We've added a search box that updates live as you type. Have a specific map you want to run? Now they will be much easier to find. If there are multiple maps, hitting enter will move you from map to map.
Now, making a character build in Path of Exile 2 can be pretty complex.
Yo,
And
this
instead
is
of
cool.
designing a build yourself, many players enjoy following online build guides.
No.
We have a pretty awesome community that has built many tools over the years for designing builds, but we wanted to improve the experience of following them.
So, we are introducing a new build guide system directly into the game client.
Here's how it works. Community creators who write build guides can now create a new file format, a build file. Once downloaded, the builds appear in the in-game client, and selecting one will show you everything you need to know to make that build.
That's cool.
So you can see all the passives you need to allocate,
You don't need
ascendancy
passive
points you
building
need to
anymore.
take,
Yeah.
skill gems you need to equip, and recommendations for all the support gems you need to use as well.
I'd rather make more shit
For
though, to be
items,
honest.
the build designer can specify which
I mean,
units
like
to
the
use in
fifth
each
build,
slot,
I might just go
or
for
if
a
needed,
fucking
just add some notes to the
one
item
of these
slot
though.
to say what
So
kind
yeah,
of
this
item
is
you
pretty
need.
good.
All your builds
In
are
fact,
this, mate. Don't
build
lie.
creators can add notes to
What?
just about any of these areas, allowing them to explain different trade-offs in context, or just give more info about how these things should be used. They can also give level ranges to each element, allowing
Most of my
recommendations
last
to
build is
change
like
over
this.
time. Great for builds that need to respec after they reach a certain level.
Now, All of this is written in a standardized build format that creators can use, and we imagine that a lot of community build tools will be updated to add support for this format. Now that we have trade market searching built into the in-game client, we have added the ability to price check items you can find more easily. Control-Alt-clicking an item will now search for it on the trade market, showing you the current prices. For rare items, it's handy to exclude some mods, so we added the ability to enable and disable each mod so you can see what effect each one has on the price. Next up, we're going to be talking about the new supporter packs for Return of the Ancients. Today, we're launching 2 new series of supporter packs, the Blood Reaver and Divinity packs. Each tier contains the pack's full face value in points, alongside several exclusive microtransactions. As always, the microtransactions in these packs are purely cosmetic and do not affect your character's power or progression in any way.
Boo.
The Blood Reaver series of supporter packs contains 6 exclusive microtransactions. Let blood fuel your bloodshed. The Exsanguinator
some weapon effects.
draws the blood of enemies you've slain and funnels it into your weapons.
Don't really like it though.
Turn the appearance of your endurance, frenzy, and power charges into orbiting globules of blood with the Blood Reaver charges. While your charges are active, these blood orbs will grow in size when you absorb more blood from nearby enemies. There are options to have pure blood charges, or charges that still display which kind of charge they are at their core. A taste for blood doesn't negate a taste for style. The Elite Blood Reaver armor features crimson leathers and golden accents to set yourself apart from uncivilized leeches. It also features a back attachment, fashioned out of the wing of a colossal bat. Alongside every Blood Reaver is their trusted gargoyle pet. In true gargoyle fashion, they take the form of a stone statue when you are idle, leaping into action when you're on the move again. What good is immortality if you don't have a vast mansion to come home to at the end of the day? The Eternal Blood Reaver supporter pack contains the Blood Reaver Manor Hideout. This exquisite 2-story estate features an organ, a grand dining table, and cages for your visitors. You can alter the walls to create as many or few rooms as you like. Last but not least, the Servant of the Manor, eternally bound to the Order of the Blood Reavers. This henchman will manage your store, so you can spend more time spilling blood.
Stop that. We won't disappoint you. But if we do, you've our permission to beat us most violently.
The Divinity Pack series
Definitely
also
need
contains
that.
6 exclusive microtransactions. Call on Divinity to aid you in eluding enemy hits with the Divinity dodge roll effect. As you sprint, actual divine lightning wings will form out of your back, leaving a
mate,
trail
gotta go
of
faster,
radiance as you
faster,
engage
faster.
or escape from combat.
Barfy buying this one, by the way.
Oh,
situations
fuck,
that are too
man.
dicey,
Come on,
call
man.
on the gods above to send down the Storm of Divinity portal to create a safe passage for you to retreat through. Adorn yourself with the Knight of Divinity armor set, a highly
sorry,
revered
actually.
attire only bestowed to those deemed worthy for the divine cause.
Yeah.
Equipping the Divine Surge character effect empowers you with a storm of divine energy. Using skills causes the storm to burst from your character, spilling raw divinity into
I
the
like this
area
armor
around
more
you.
than the other one.
Yeah.
The Arbiter of Divinity wings are the final piece remaining to emphasize the force divinity has over this realm. This ancient precursor machine was found locked away in a highly guarded vault. Its original purpose is unclear, but it has been altered to fuel your maps using the pure, everlasting divinity within the statue. The pillars
like that.
surrounding represent how many portals you have
only
left
one
for your map.
portal, but
Yeah.
like the
This
wee
map device
portals go down.
also tracks your progress as you complete the new Origins of Divinity storyline, added this expansion. Additionally, all microtransactions from the supporter packs will be made available for use in Path of Exile 1. On release weekend, we will also be releasing the Return of the Ancients mystery box, which will contain 2 armor sets, a set of map devices for your in-game adventures, a new tracking scroll that records the amount of currency you've gained from the currency exchange or your shop, and much more, like a set of finisher effects and affinity stashes. That's not all, however. The Fragment Stash tab is finally coming to Path of Exile 2,
Wow.
and with it comes some tabception.
Hey.
Inside
Oh
this
my
one tab,
God.
there's a tab for your various boss key fragments. There's also a tab for all your precursor tablets, with
Holy
each type of
mother
tablet
shit.
getting 6 tabs of storage. Finally, there's a tab for your Jin barriers and inscribed ultimatums, both of which get their own 6 tabs. That's a lot of tabs.
So that's everything in 050. This
That's
is by
free
far the
or what?
biggest update we've ever made to POE 1
Of course it's
or
not
2.
free, fuck's sake.
New in-game
Buy that
storylines,
shit.
Fucking hell, man.
pinnacle bosses,
Oh, there's so
crafting
much shit,
systems,
man.
items, ascendancy classes, and so much more. Now, because this update contains so much in-game content, we're doing significantly more testing than usual. For that to happen, we're taking a little longer than usual between the announcement and the release. 050 will be released in 3 weeks on May the 29th, with the patch notes being released on the Friday before that, on May 21st. But there's just one more thing to talk about. Now that the endgame is up to scratch, we have to start talking about our plan for 1.0 release. The feedback we've had during early access has been critical for making all the improvements that we'll be making to the game. At the same time, we had to create enough in-game content to make an RPG that can call itself a successor to Path of Exile 1. Well, with 050, we now believe we have reached that point, and so this is going to be the last full-size league during early access. That's right, the next big update is going to be 1.0. Now, normally we would do our next big content release in August, but in the run-up to full release, our plans take a little longer on this one. As big as 050 is, 1.0 is even bigger. So we'll be launching 1.0 this year sometime after ExileCon. But that doesn't mean we won't be doing updates in the meantime. In this final phase, we have a lot of things to polish throughout the game and balance to improve. I'm sure there'll also be feedback about the new endgame that we need to incorporate too. The difference is that the focus is not going to be on adding more content like the previous updates, it's going to be on improving what we already have. But we still want to encourage people to try out all the balance changes and improvements that we're making. So we're going to be running a few event leagues during this phase alongside each update. Think remixes of existing mechanics or features. And speaking of ExileCon,
Wait, what?
don't forget to pencil it in on the weekend of November the 7th in New Zealand. ExileCon is a gathering of our players, and a chance for us to showcase everything we'll be working on for both
Yeah,
Path
I'm
of Exile
definitely
1
gonna go
and
to
2.
New Zealand, bro.
And this one will be
Are you
particularly
crazy?
important for us,
Yeah.
since we finally get to unveil some of the coolest content that we've been working on for a while now with Act 5 and 6. Tickets for the in-person event are currently sold out, but don't worry, all the announcements and talks are going to be streamed online for all of you to watch.
Yeah, I see Daft Punk there.
What'd you
Alright,
say?
this is crazy. Fucking Daft Punk was playing the game. Where is it?
Alongside each update. Think remixes, and a chance for us to showcase everything we'll be working on for both Path of Exile 1 and 2. And this one will be particularly important for us, since we finally get to unveil some of the coolest content that we've been working on for a while now with Act 5 and
You're
Daft
like daft
Punk is
cunt.
in the house.
You're like daft cunt, mate.
Dude, this looks legit, no? Now, he spent some money on that
6.
shit. Okay, this is weird.
Tickets for the in-person event are currently sold out, but don't worry, all the announcements and talks are going to be streamed online for all of you to watch.
Oh, they're sold out. The white. Okay. Yeah, holy
Yeah.
fuck.
Fuck.
Holy fuck.
That's a lot
Holy
to
fuck.
digest, man. Like,
How long do I have? 3 weeks to think of what I want to play. This is
Yeah,
gonna be insane. Jesus
So-
Christ.
fucking Spark has got to be like, that has got to be the
Totally
build
structures
that
can-
if I don't make it at the start, I'll be falling back on, because that'll be, Spark will be amazing for this league. If I don't do Spark, I'll be doing the fucking Necromancer Righteous Fire build, or I'll be doing the physical fucking Chaos build.
I just remember the uniques you will need are gonna cost a shit ton in the beginning.
True. But I like that, see with the breach, that you can basically target fucking craft your accessories and shit now, so
Yeah.
that's insane. That's got to be so much better. And then that that mystery thing where you have to put 60 corrupted breach rings on it to get something back. I wonder
Yeah.
what that's, man. Yeah.
I hope it's like just like higher chance of getting higher tier rolls.
Need 60 rings for that though. Like no
I mean, I
chance.
wouldn't mind, like the amount of rings I had just sitting there every
True,
fucking
true,
league,
true.
trying to do the what is it, reforging? What is it called? 3 for 1. That
Ah,
shit
yeah,
was
the
nasty
yeah,
trash, mate.
yeah. It looks like we can pretty much target crafters shit now for accessories anyway, so that's
Yeah. Well, body armor and shit
actually,
as well, no?
no, it was just like
Some
belt
recipes can get pretty
rings
large,
and
requiring 6,
Huh.
amulet. But that was only for breach.
7,
You might be able to do it for armor on like other
or even 8
mechanics.
Expedition.
Yeah.
But don't worry, you won't have to remember them. Pharaoh's runecrafting book will record all the
I
options.
wonder if you can just press this if it's too hard. Because this doesn't require any runes.
Yeah. Yeah,
allowing
maybe
you to
that's
simply
your
pick
fucking
which one you
getaway
want to
jail
craft,
free card
Yeah.
there.
given the
Aye.
existing runes that are already on the remnant. To expand your knowledge and to allow you to craft more items,
Right,
Pharaoh
these
has
uniques
asked
and
that you
stuff.
keep an eye out.
Yeah, that righteous fire one looks pretty fucking
There
interesting,
are
not gonna
also
lie.
skills to modify existing effects using
It gets
runic
bigger
magic.
as like you
Like-
kill the enemies, so
Yeah.
faster you're going through the map, the bigger it'll be. But I would imagine that you can like start like throwing area effect into it to make it bigger off the
Like
bat as
Frost
well.
Flame
So you
Nova.
can literally like have it as
Using
big
this
as
skill
the
on a pack of
screen and
burning
just like
enemies
run with that
will
shit.
transform
And
the
it scales
ignite
off
into
to like
frost
minion
fire,
shit as
both
well.
burning
So
them and building up freeze at the same time.
that's just like one layer. Like
You have
could make
basic
a
buffs like
complex
Hollow
shit with
Shell
like
that
minions
guards
and just
all
have
nearby
that as like
allies.
a side thing as well, even
So
if it's
more
doing like crazy
complicated
damage.
mechanics
Yeah.
like the Mark of Repulsion that creates a mark capable of pushing away all nearby skill gems in interesting ways. Concussive Runes allows you to add these concussive shockwaves to any skill that stuns. While Runic Infusion lets you spend ward to directly empower the damage on any skill. Now, there are other quests during the campaign too that knowledge, he gains the ability to reforge unique weapons. With this technique, remnants from Runes of Eldur, allowing you to do some specific crafts along the way using the new
I was hoping they would have changed the expedition a wee bit more, but
Yeah.
One very important difference from the simple remnant encounters, though, is that the
I mean, if
empowerments
it's
that the remnants
actually
grant
worth doing though,
apply to
like
every monster down the
the
explosive
loot
line
is like
for the
insane.
rest of the
I
encounter.
mean, I don't
stacking
really
together.
mind, but
This can lead to some pretty extreme situations. If you stack too many remnants,
These
you might
monsters
be
are
in for a
different
fight
though. Like, I'm
beyond
not
your
seeing
abilities,
the
but the rewards
ghosts
can be
looking
very
one with
worth
the
it.
sword.
Each mod on the
well, these
monster
are
is
the ones
improving
out
the
in
Yeah,
damage
the
that they can
runic,
drop.
yeah.
yeah.
Grand
They
expeditions.
did say that, like they said, there's like 30 new enemy types as well.
This is gonna be fucking trash.
New bosses, and all sorts of other unique things to find.
But we need to see like the new
Eventually,
fucking
you will
tree for
find the
expedition
island
as
that
well, the
Gwennon
new
has been
Atlas
holed
tree
up
for
on.
expedition. Maybe it makes it a
It
little
turns
better.
out that she has found the tomb of an ancient Kalgurin. The ocean is vast.
This is weird. So the whole south is just ocean expedition.
Pretty
The
much. I mean,
whole
it's like a fucking, it's like a pseudo delve, right? Like,
I guess
with
that's one way to
voltaxic
look at it, yeah.
sulfite. Blowing up the sulfite will unleash extra waves of enemies. Further vaults to blow up.
Yeah, so you won't be
One
able
of
to
them in
do
particular
all
is pretty
mechanics in one
important.
map anymore.
The Tomb of Uhtred, the Star Drinker.
oh, there's still tablets, right? So, I don't know.
I didn't say shit about that.
No, but when
About
you
how
look
they've
at the
changed.
Atlas,
Uhtred was responsible for calling down the meteors of Verisium, which the Kalgurins used to power their ancient magic. And upon defeating him, he calls down a truly gigantic one into the ocean nearby.
cool.
On visiting it, you find that it is shrouded by a strange energy emanating from the Verisium core of the meteor.
And then
within.
all this shit
There is
here.
something corruption.
You will need to make your
Got
way
the
into the
pinnacle as
fortress and
well,
activate
aye.
the gates.
So you basically go in, and then there's like sections that you have to clear to get to the next.
Gain the keys to reach these ancient
Well,
precursor weapons.
what it is like there's sections, right? But each of the
You'll
maps
power
in the
up ancient
sections give
machines.
you an Atlas point,
Fight new and deadly foes.
and you can pretty much allocate the entire Atlas
Discover many new
passive
areas.
tree. Like,
and uncover some dark
but you
secrets.
can, like, if you don't want to do all like the
Now the
maps to get
fortress
the
is the
points, you
first
can
of
just
the
keep
new
killing the
full
boss
in-game
over and over
storylines that
again.
we're adding in
and,
050,
like,
and there's a
unlock all
lot
the
going on
points.
with it. But not only that, it has some pretty cool new mechanics as well. The areas inside the fortress are special. Many of them have new mechanics or rewards that they grant. Like this map, where all the rares are contained in essence crystals.
I mean, that's handy if you want to be crafting.
Or this
right?
one, which
Yeah.
replaces all.
I wonder what they're
If
gonna
we'd
be
done this
doing
kind of
with
thing in the old tree, we would have wanted to
like
spec
those
into it
unique
before running a
maps.
city map, then unspec out of it before running anything
Oh
else.
right, aye.
With full
Well,
allocation,
this is
we can
just
have
like
cool
the
bonuses like
when you
these.
load first into like
Now, obviously, we
endgame.
still wanna
After
make
we
sure that
do
you
all
have
this,
choices
it'll
that
just
define your
opens
in-game
up the
Atlas
like
build.
infinite Atlas
So
again.
many
Like
nodes in the
before.
Atlas tree are now multi-choice. Everyone will get the node, but which bonus you choose to use is up to you.
Hmm.
Do you want your powerful boss maps to contain more essences, summoning circles, or rogue exiles? But there's also nodes that contain more unusual
I don't want
things.
to play now.
So for example,
know,
on
right?
this node you can choose. Do you want to give a chance for shrines to instead be given to the
Fucking
map boss in
ready
the
right
area,
now.
making them more challenging but dropping special Atlas tree, and includes a ton of new map mechanics that you can find both inside and outside the
That's
fortress.
going to be insane, by the way.
But this is just one of the new storylines. So let's talk about the next one now. Masters of the
2
Atlas.
Citadel bosses in
Now,
one
earlier we
arena.
talked about how the multi-choice
Yeah,
nodes
we're
in
gonna
the
have to
tree
be able
allow you
to
to still
take
have an in-game Atlas build.
some
But we
big
didn't think that was
hits
quite enough. And
to
for each one
survive
you
this
recover,
fucking league
you'll gain more
and
trust
do
in
everything.
and teach you more ways of the order
See,
of
this
the
is why I'm thinking like
At level
Spark,
1,
just
you could
stand
choose to
off in the
massively
corner
increase
and
the
let
chance
that
for rare
shit
and unique
loose, man.
chests. Or make it so that all map bosses drop an additional unique item. Or make corrupted waystones have an additional modifier, but at the cost of making them send you to a totally unknown location.
There's
Each
just
mission you complete for Jado
RNG.
will unlock another row of
league
abilities.
I
or
think
what?
it's just
Gives
like
you another
a
point to
random
allocate, letting you
biome or
choose how
some
you want to
shit, man.
specialize.
Like,
But there are other masters too. For example, Hilda. Hilda is a member of a guild of monster hunters. She will send you on missions to assassinate specific deadly creatures around Rayclass and harvest their parts. In exchange, she will teach you her monster hunting skills, like this one, which adds a 25% chance to upgrade any map boss to a powerful version. Or this one, which makes his Marian spirits no longer possess rare monsters, making them go for the unique bosses in the area instead. You might notice that many of the effects on these are both upsides and downsides. So Hilda, for example, can make it so that you only get one attempt when
So
fighting
what
pinnacle
league
bosses.
would you start
But
with
in
then?
exchange
You
for that,
said
they always drop
Breach,
2 uniques.
right?
Because of that, we wanted
Can I
it to be
get
easy to
amulet?
swap between them depending on what you're doing.
oh, I mean, it's.
As you unlock each master,
I
they will
get it,
appear on the
actually.
side of the
I mean, I'm
screen.
definitely starting.
Simply
with
click
Breach,
whichever
right,
one you
but
want to
I
use to
don't know
run the
what
map,
optimal one
and all
would
the
be.
bonuses you have selected for that master will be activated. This allows you to have a few different strategies that you can quickly pick between, depending on what you're running at the
You could,
moment.
you could go the expedition.
Now, one
route
thing
and
that's
then
been
get
pretty
your
obvious is that
fucking-
the
your extra
in-game leagues we
life and
created
that
when
as
launching
well.
early access
Get,
in
like,
0 and 0 were not really up to the standard of the leagues we did since then.
Get like the
Fate of the
Calgarian
Vile and
skills
Rise of the
and that.
Abyssal just have a lot more going on than Delirium or
Why is
Expedition,
ever
for
you get 'em?
example. We wanted to do a
Oh,
yeah,
serious
true.
upgrade to all of these mechanics before we do our 1.0 release,
Hmm.
and so that's what we've done. All 4 of the leagues we launched in early access have been upgraded with not only new quest lines, but new mechanics, new crafting systems, new uniques, and new pinnacle bosses. One of the really important changes we made to all the leagues is that you can now find them on
I
the
mean,
Atlas in
Ritual
specific
actually,
locations,
even though it's
and
just
each
the
one has a
same-
quest line that will lead you
same
there
shit,
to being
like
able
the
to complete
actual
the league,
quest,
along with
but
its
it's
Atlas tree
something-
and its pinnacle boss. This is true even for the leagues that we didn't do major redesigns to. So let's use Abyss as an example. When you first encounter one in the
Kinda
endgame,
thought they were going
you'll get
to
a
do this,
quest that
like,
leads you
it
to the
would've been
east,
cool, like,
where you will
when
find
it's
these
actually
mega abyss
visible
cracks in
on
the
the-
earth,
the
leading
Atlas,
away
like,
from the
yeah.
Well of
shit.
Souls. All the maps along the cracks will contain abysses with special properties, and mapping along these cracks will close the Atlas scale abysses, giving you points for the Abyss Atlas tree. At the end of each Atlas abyss, you'll find an Abyssal Depths, with the boss fight for one of the Abyssal factions,
Yeah, these
giving you a
bosses better
guaranteed
be
way to
good.
fight them. And after completing all 3,
That would just one shot them
and you
no
can
matter
also
what.
see special encounters that you will face if you're
Aye,
able
the
to go
Abyss
deep
bosses
enough into
were
the
actually
fog.
pretty weak,
At the end of the bar is
You
always
didn't
the
drop
boss of the map,
anything but the invitation.
but we now have a variety of other encounters that you might find as you explore the horrors.
Yeah, so there.
If you are able to
Dude,
get
like
enough into
looking
the
at
fog.
this fucking.
At the end of the bar is always the boss of the map, but we now have a variety of other encounters that you might find as you explore the horrors of your
I
own
might
mind.
bite the bullet and
For
actually
example,
go for this
you
shit.
might encounter a purple mirror shard that, when shattered, will cause all the enemies to become.
What? The monk?
Next up, we
Like,
have the monk's
imagine
new ascendancy class,
my
the
previous
martial
Hollow Palm
artist.
build with this.
After decades of training, he has mastered 3 of the 7 hollow techniques. Channeling
Oh,
hollow
make a
form
band.
technique allows the martial artist to create illusions of himself, which then use a skill of your choosing. Perfect for turning skills with less area of effect into ones that can obliterate packs with ease.
Actually, it's
Should
channeling.
you find
I don't
yourself
know.
overly vulnerable while channeling, you might want to take Way of the Mountain, which causes you to be covered in stone when you immobilize enemies, mitigating large amounts of damage. This can even enhance your attacks too. By hardening your weapon in stone, you can deal even more damage.
I mean, this one does look
After
cool, but I
taking
think
Hollow
the
Focus technique,
Raspberry
you can
Spirit one
manifest
looks
your
insane
spiritual
as
energy
well.
into objects. In this case, bells, which will appear around the martial artist and can be shattered by any of his attacks, even ones from the Hollow Form technique earlier. Hollow Resonance technique furthers that by adding a manifested bell to your back, which rings each time you deal a critical strike, damaging all enemies around you.
Wait, did you ever make
Through
a
all the martial
like a
artists,
Chayula build, no?
No. I did the other one.
Alright. I was thinking, see that pair of gloves that fucking that gives you the 100% kill.
Yeah.
I wonder, like, cause it's like base chaos damage. I wonder if the acolyte Chayula could like make a build run about that with the gloves.
Was
I
it
can't
added
remember.
or was it gained?
Well, every time you kill an enemy, you get 10% more like kill range. So if you kill 10 enemies, you get 100% kill. So it's basically like one shot on everything. Or normal or blue monsters or something. I don't know like how it all scale, but
these
I
become
can't
easier
remember like
and
actual
easier to
intent.
kill, even to the point of being able to instantly kill some monsters from full life. Sylvan's effigy is a scepter for those wanting to run companions. It allows, except it deals chaos damage, and the amount equipping the
Yeah, it just adds.
Ah, yeah.
No. No. This is gonna be. I don't know if Hollow Palm is actually gonna be the way to go. I think you need to go with a like a staff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, this one's got the Hollow Palm skill, but it's like on gloves, and it's like a chaos version of it. So
No, he's using this with a staff. No?
except it deals chaos damage,
yeah, but that's what
and the
I'm saying.
amount of damage and area of effect scales drastically based
skill-
on the power
the-
of the enemy.
Yeah, the skill is
Ah,
like
it's Shattering Palm, I think it's called.
As you use this, gain your stacks of Fear Incarnate, which increases your culling threshold, meaning enemies become easier and easier to cull,
That's the.
even to the point of
monk.
being able.
They contain all the
Or is
monsters
it
that were
past
gathered from the
again?
rituals of the previous map as well, making them harder and harder. And that includes the map boss too. You will need to defeat
we're
both
following
map
along.
bosses in the final encounter for your next effigy piece. And it still doesn't end there. Pick another map, another reward,
Where is it?
and add another map boss to continue until the ritual of the Nameless is
Oh, here it
complete.
is, okay.
Give you different abilities.
They don't show the top, right?
no.
Okay, primal Ferrari for seconds. When you dodge to trigger. Primal Bounty.
That align with the stag, owl,
I don't know.
or bear.
What this is.
Each ability gives you a method to become possessed by wisps of that type, and a new ability when you spend them. The stag allows you to summon stampedes when you attack. The owl grants boons in the form of their feathers, which adds extra projectiles and enhances the projectile speed of your next skill.
Hmm. This could like
Be they primal, vivid,
with lightning spear.
the
I've been
stag
wanting to
allows you
play
to
that
summon
skill forever.
stampedes when you attack. The owl grants boons in the
Like
form
this with lightning spear.
Oh, the build I played. Oh, wasn't it right?
No.
Oh.
It's a spear skill, the lightning one. I tried it out in the beginning, and then I switched over to the one that I initially wanted to play, but I've always wanted to like try and build it all the way up to endgame. I just never
Yeah.
work.
Was that the one that you needed the charges for, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think there's a lot more ways to get charges now than back then though. Like I think it's a lot easier now. Before you had
of
to
their
do like the
feathers,
parry thing,
which
right?
adds extra projectiles and enhances the projectile speed of your next skill. And the bear simply summons a giant bear companion to your side.
Yeah, I don't know, dude.
The bear will maul, slam, leap, and do intimidating roars to debuff your enemies. Now you can specialize more into each of these wisps, but if you want to combine all three of them, then a new hidden power will be unlocked. The power of the sacred wisps. This node is free and enhances the quality of all three of your spirit animals. Your bear will take some of the damage you take and grant you life regeneration. Your stags will become more aggressive, leaping towards enemies. And your owl-empowered skills will leave a trail of soaring ground behind them. But that's not all.
What the fuck?
That's strong, by the way. Holy shit.
To you and allies. Or allies. Wait, what? So no, and what? Why is it or?
I guess maybe just a wording thing. I think it means like both of you. So
It's a damage while on full life to you or allies standing on it. So you don't have to
well,
stand on it.
no, you have to stand on it. Like you or your ally has to stand on it with full life to gain the effects of it.
No, so you get the buff while on full life to you, or while allies are standing on it. Bro, this wording is so fucked.
Wait, so does that mean that if you're on full life, you just get it anyway? But if
Yeah,
your ally,
and allies
yeah.
have to stand on it.
Yeah,
You get it as well.
yeah. I mean, that's a huge boost if you're playing like an evasion character, though. Like, plus the 40% damage is insane.
This is the stag is gonna be shit though. I know. No, the stag is an attack. It's not a minion.
Yeah, just like
Hmm.
extra damage, I think.
Hmm. Hmm. I am so torn right now. I either want to play monk, the lightning spear with this shit, or with minions, or I do the Jin again. But the problem is those are the three builds I've played the most already.
Yeah, yeah.
And the longest. Especially the monk one. I've played that shit so fucking long, it's crazy.
It was like fucking 5 or 6 weeks you played that thing, man.
I think it was more. I think it was 3. Yeah, I think I made one build, I think. Yeah, the grenade build. Then I switched to monk, and then I played up until like 3 weeks away from the next patch. I think. Yeah,
Sounds
I played
great.
hella long, like.
And your fucking merc at the start was pretty strong as well.
Oh yeah. That was pretty good. The self-detonate. No, the
Flashbang.
auto-detonate shit.
And this one, which is my absolute favorite. The Spirit Walker, having attuned herself with nature, can gain the ability to tame beast bosses, opening up a whole suite of very cool options for your build. Maybe you tame the mighty Silverfist in the jungle depths. Or maybe a 3-headed chimeral beast.
Did
in
you
the
have like
chimeral
an army of
and this
spirited
one, with
monkeys
very cool
around them?
options for your build.
What is that?
Maybe you tame the mighty Silverfist in the jungle depths.
Monkeys. But they've got like
Or maybe a 3-headed chimeral beast in the chimeral wetlands.
see if this has got to be a
Or
fucking
then
thing. I hope
there's a
they
giant
release like
frozen
I hope they make
owl
it like an auction in the
Rakar,
auctions
the
to make
frozen
your
talon.
minion like weird.
There's so many choices. You're going to have to experiment a bunch
Make your
with this
minion
one.
what?
The minion smaller, like more
Oh
compact.
yeah. Yes. Especially for co-op.
And
Definitely
I'm
need that
very
shit.
excited to
I
see
mean,
what
nothing's
bosses you
got to
all
change
choose to
though,
have
right? Every
as a
time I
trusted
play
boss
with you, man,
companion.
it's like fucking. I can never ever see
Next
what's
up,
going on
we have the
anyway, so-
monk's new
But it's
ascendancy
mostly a shit I mostly stumble upon as well, so it's not even my fault.
class,
Yeah.
the martial artist. After decades of training, he has mastered 3 of the 7 hollow techniques. Channeling hollow form technique allows the martial artist to create illusions of himself, which then use a skill of your choosing. Perfect for turning skills with less area of effect into ones that can obliterate packs with ease. Should you find yourself overly vulnerable while channeling, you might want to take Way of the Mountain, which causes you to be covered in stone when you immobilize enemies, mitigating large amounts of damage. This can even enhance your attacks too. By hardening your weapon in stone, you can deal even more damage.
Maybe I should just go back to
After taking
like
hollow
the very
focus
first
technique,
one, like make a blood mage.
with all the different rune combinations
I mean,
you can do,
they worked out
and
the
the different
kinks for
modifiers
that,
and
right?
gloves,
Like,
there's a
like,
ton
everyone
of
that
different
made
build
that build,
options,
like,
and we're
hard
looking
to
forward to
play,
seeing what you can come
fixed
up
that,
with.
so that's an option as
It
well.
was
Now,
the
with
strongest
so many-
ascendancy for like 3 leagues.
Mm. But didn't they say anything about like nerf or anything like that? Though?
Yeah. Well, the patch notes were going to be
new
released, so
bosses
we
in
don't know
Return
yet.
of the Ancients. Of course, we want to have a huge number of unique rewards. There are some pretty cool things in here, so we wanted to show you a few of them. Twisted Empyrean is a 2-handed mace made from the purest of Verisium. Combined with the beast's bolts from the stratosphere. Next, we have Eventide Petals, an amulet that not only grants runic ward,
There's a crit chance on there.
42%.
Ice crystals have 2% reduced maximum life. Oh,
But
yeah, you have
also comes
to scale into crystal life now, I think, for them to do more damage when they explode. I
Yeah.
think. This skill cannot cause energy. Well, that sucks. From the skills, critical hits, so that sucks. Cannot power targets killed with critical hits. Or take on critically hitting rare. Ah, so I cannot use it on the. Actually, can I? with critical hits. So if your minion crits, it's gonna go there as well, right?
Yeah, it's only the initial hit for this doesn't crit, so everything else apart from this crits. And you build up the flower petals
But I
behind
mean,
it.
minions can like crit and then create these petals.
I mean, I think so.
While active critical hits with other skills that kill targets or hit powerful targets cause you to gain art petals. With other skills, and minions are skills as well that kill targets.
Yeah, I mean, so it should work out.
With its own reservation skill, Midnight Zenith. This skill causes your critical hits to grant Arctic petals that hover around you. Once you have acquired enough of these petals, they will be consumed, creating a floral ice crystal near an enemy. Then, destroy that crystal to do devastating cold damage to everything around it. The Raven's Flock is a staff perfect for minion characters.
Yeah, dude. I'm gonna be in such disarray for the next few weeks. This is
Not
fucked.
only does it grant spirit reservation efficiency and minion damage, it also allows your minions to inflict grueling madness on hit, slowing enemies and making all other slows on them more powerful for maximum crowd control. That's not where this item shines though. It grants a skill called Spiraling Conspiracy. This skill causes a flock of ravens to circle you, dealing damage over time to anything near them. Killing enemies, or just by standing near unique enemies, causes the flock to grow, getting larger and larger. For your POE 1 players, you can think of this just like a Raven Righteous Fire. That's not all, however. These ravens are also minions, so they fully scale with minion damage and come with their own command skill, Mad Flight. This command skill causes your flock to create a tunnel of deathly damage between a set of illusory mirrors, obliterating anything in between.
So we'll just be having it running, the grueling madness to go like slow everything as they're moving through it.
Horror's Flight is a pair of gloves instilled with the purest of fear. Equipping these causes your enemies to become terrified of you. These gloves cause you to gain stacks of fear incarnate when you cull enemies. To aid in your culling, these gloves also come with the skill Crushing Fear. This is similar to the monk skill Killing Palm, except it deals chaos damage, and the amount of damage and area of effect scales drastically based on the
There's
power
10
of the enemy.
stacks here. So.
As you use this, gain your stacks of Fear Incarnate, which increases your culling threshold.
And remember,
meaning
the
enemies
culling
become
range goes
easier
down based
and
on
easier
like, the
to
rarity
cull,
of the monster as
even
well.
to the point
so,
of being able to instantly kill some monsters from full life.
So I'd imagine you can instantly kill white monsters, but maybe
Sylvan's
not like blue
the
or
monk
rares.
skill Killing Palm, except it deals chaos damage, and the amount of damage and these gloves
Oh yeah.
cause you to gain
I'll still
stacks of
stack,
Fear
so, like,
Incarnate when
maybe-
you cull enemies.
Yes, like, was it not like 5% for bosses? Like the killing range was like 5% of HP. So if you
15,
get
I
like,
think. 20?
no, it wasn't as high as that.
It is.
It's not as high as that. It's like 5%.
Yeah,
you
no,
got-
you're right. Yeah, I was thinking the other way around. Yeah, you're right. You're right.
And it's so like even like so because this is being boosted, it'll maybe go up to like 25% for bosses or something. I don't know, or maybe even like, maybe like 25%.
If I get these gloves,
Mm.
I will probably do some mercenary with a like a staff build.
Yeah, what ascendancy though? The killing one, the
Yeah, what's
witch
it
hunter
called?
one.
Yeah, witch hunter. Just go all in on call. I like 200% calling strike, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
I remember correct.
These gloves cause you to gain stacks of fear incarnate when you cull enemies.
I actually forgot
Like
Hollow Palm. That's an ascendancy, isn't it?
Is that?
Oh
I
no, it's
never
not. It's not.
actually.
It's not. It's not. It's not. It's not. Yeah, it's a skill tree node, right? Can I do Hollow Palm with a mercenary or witch hunter?
I suppose
You
if you've
start
got,
at the bottom.
what
And
if
you
you've
have
got
to
a
go.
staff? Eh?
Yeah, it's better with staff. Yeah, trying to get to Hollow Palm is gonna cost so much.
Unless you can get like an anointed amulet, maybe.
No, it's a key node or the what's it
To
called?
aid in your culling, these
It's
gloves
like one of
also
those
come with the
nodes that
skill
change your shit, like the big
Yeah.
ones.
Crushing Fear. This is similar to the monk skill Killing Palm, except it
Pretty
deals
sure there
chaos
was a way
damage,
to get
and the amount of damage
the notables somewhere, like on other classes. I think was it no? Oh, was it a jewel? I think it was maybe a jewel you get that one.
Ah, could be a jewel. Yeah, you're right.
damage and area of effect scales drastically based on the power of the enemy. As you use this, gain your stacks of Fear Incarnate, which increases your culling threshold, meaning enemies become easier and easier to cull, even to the point of being able to instantly kill some monsters from full life. Sylvan's Effigy is a scepter for those wanting to run companions. It allows you to have any number of companions of different types, instead of the normal restriction of just one per type. But what makes this cool is the Asmerian Wolf Companion it comes with. This is a persistent minion that bites foes to maim them, leaps to cause bleeding, and even howls to buff nearby allies.
So with this, you can have as many bosses running with you as you want, as you have
No,
spirit.
it's only. No, I don't think so. I don't think so.
Additionally, it comes with the command skill Eternal Hunt, which when used it will howl, calling on the spirits to manifest spectral wolves to ambush all foes around you. Liminal Coil is a crazy wand. It allows you to apply as many curses as you please, but those curses will have no effect.
Wait,
What's the
what,
point then?
there was an item that like gave you infinite curses, right? No infinite curses, the ones that like.
Was the South Curse you're thinking of, I think.
Oh, I wonder if that still counts. So wait, does it say specifically? Not like magnitude of curses you inflict is 0. Curses you inflict at no curse limit. So you can basically curse yourself and then get the damage, right? Or does it need to be
On
on
target, it says damage per curse on target.
you know classed as a target, no?
You're not attacking yourself, right? Because I know self-attack.
Probably no, nah.
So I think you need to build a hell of a lot area of presence
Mm.
to get your whole screen cursed. I wonder, is there like an item that spreads curses once they die?
It is, aye. Definitely one of them. I remember it. I don't know what it is though, but it's basically like fucking. Yeah, it's exactly what you said. It spreads the curse as you die, like contagion.
I wonder if the AI will know.
Yeah, yeah.
Hex Bloom. And then you miss one curse though. I mean, I guess for clear, and then for bosses, you just replace this with a Another curse.
I mean, even just for like what, 'cause you've got 6 sockets, right? So
Yeah.
you get even just the 5 curses.
No, you get
'Cause that
5
should-
sockets.
the 5.
Yeah.
Ah, right, aye, because yeah. So you can essentially get 100% more physical and chaos damage plus the spread. That's just off of like curses, man. You know,
Yeah.
that's like so. That could be actually insane. And the fact that the coils, like the bolts, are chaos damage, so it'll do chaos damage over time. Plus, it spreads and shoots like the splinter skill.
Yeah.
Two reasons. Firstly, your spells gain a bunch of extra physical and chaos damage for each curse on enemies. Secondly,
Oh,
is
so
the
it is
skill
only
it grants
for
called Coiling Bolts. This skill is a projectile spell that fires coiling physical and chaos projectiles with every cast. What makes this skill truly special, though, is that it will split and chain through every cursed enemy, causing an absolute ruckus.
So
See
you
for
get the
yourself.
initial big hit of the physical plus the fucking
Periphery
chaos
is a
on
unique
top.
bow, which utilizes all the powers of the Asmerian spirits by dealing damage of all elements. And
This one
all
looks alright,
elements
yeah,
can
actually.
cause all ailments. The coolest thing about this bow, however, is the Asmerian Swarm skill. These are minions that are summoned when you kill enemies. They will pursue all nearby enemies, damaging them and inflicting a debuff on them that boosts your elemental damage even further. Watch as you mow enemies down, and the swarms of Asmerian wisps aid you, melting enemies one screen at a time. The Ordained is a new spear, mastering in physical and lightning damage, with high critical strike chance too.
Is there any uniques that you see that you like? Yeah, the cursed one, I would assume you definitely want to try.
Plus the staff with the righteous fire thing.
Oh yeah, that one. So we both want to try that.
Minions
Probably
that are
won't try
summoned
it.
when you kill enemies. They will
I
pursue
mean, if you get it early game, I'll
all
probably
nearby
try it.
enemies, damaging them and inflicting a debuff on them that boosts your elemental damage even further. Watch as you mow enemies down, and the swarms of Asmerian
bow
wisps
looks
aid
cool
you,
as well.
melting enemies one screen
Oh,
at
here,
a time.
did you hear about that guy that ran the TFT thing, the Forbidden Trove?
No. What happened to
Fucking
him?
mate. GGG rode down the banhammer on him, and he was like, he was like making videos saying he was going to kill himself if GGG didn't unban him.
Wait, really?
Aye, it was a whole fucking thing, man. I think it happened like about a month ago, and like the dude was like, the TFT dude was like, he went even further. He was like, he was going to start reporting on like the big streamers who was buying shit off on like RMT and shit.
Well, that's good. Let's fucking go. Let's get this whole shit sorted.
And it was basically, I saw it was that was a situation, like it was a whole fucking thing.
Yeah, it's some yeah, like release the fucking, what is it called? The TFT files. Let's
Yeah,
go.
yeah. Yeah. But aye, so apparently they did like they deleted like 10,000 mirrors and shit as well when they deleted them. Like, so he's gone, mate.
10,000 mirrors? What the fuck?
Yeah. So TFT is actually fucking that's done now, I think.
And mirrors on POE 1 or 2?
Both games. So
Yeah.
well, I think the 10,000 was specifically for POE 1, but I mean that's just the tip of the iceberg, right? I mean that's just like yeah. So yeah. I didn't care if anything else came out about it, like if it actually released the list of the streamers who was doing that, but
Yeah. I mean, he has to kill himself first, right? Because he said it. So kill yourself first and then release the fucking files. Yeah,
sounds
that's
right.
nuts. That's good. Fuck those guys.
Yeah.
You do shady shit, you get fucked. And they're basically ruining the fucking game anyway, so.
there was a thing like, see, the price of mirrors went down drastically when he got deleted. Back.
Well, that just
But,
shows
like,
you a lot.
it shows you everything you need to
Mm.
know. I think they went down by like 1,000 divines or some shit, man. Like,
Fucking hell.
yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I did. I'm going to go get some food.
Same,
Get
brother.
dinner.
Same. You gonna be back or you
I'll,
just gonna chill today?
I'll just be chilling today, but I'll be up early tomorrow. If you want to do something, I don't know. You got to be playing Windows or.
Probably I could do
Well,
some games in the evening, I guess.
if you find time, we can jump and hop and do
Right.
something, man.
Wait,
Alright.
let me see when the game is. I don't see the shit. Saturday. We play Sunday, right? Yeah, okay. Just City plays Saturday against Brentford at 6:30. That's good. And then we play at 5:30 for me on Sunday. Yeah, I'll definitely watch those games though.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I'll maybe watch the. Actually, wait, Wednesday Rangers Celtic game. Can't remember if it's Saturday or Sunday. Mm, wait, what day is this today? Aye, so it's Sunday.
boys, thanks for watch. Peace,
What time
peace.
is it? Ah, it's